Game over.
What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking... How did you so fucking... Fuck! Game over, man. Game over. Wait a minute. There's things here. There's trees. There's rocks. There's birds. There's squirrels. Come on. We'll bless them all until we get fish chicken. Join me. Why did somebody tell me my ass was so big? Why did somebody...
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
We'll settle this the old Navy way. First guy to die, loses.
I was fixing my coochie lips.
You invincible headshot scripted cheater.
I'm trying to poop.
Welcome. Ooh, let's back that down a bit. Welcome, everybody. We've got our audio issues hopefully fixed. It seems like. I hope so. How does it seem? I hope it sounds good. We're trying to hopefully have a better setup for everyone. So I hope I've got the audio thing figured out, because otherwise I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else I can do. But anyways, we got that figured out. At least it seems like it for the moment. All right, let's flip this over here, over there, bing bang everywhere. Where is it? There's the button. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Bishop saying Johnny K saves the day again. I don't know about saves the day, but definitely brings it in for a landing. I'm like the afternoon shift. We roll this down. I like that because a nice late start means I get to sleep in. I'm such a piece of shit. I'm 40 years old. I'm like, what do you mean get up at 8 o'clock? I don't know. Do I want to do that? I was playing a video game into the wee hours of the night. I don't know if I want to just get up early. Like, what am I, a schlub? Fuck that. Screw that noise. But yes, so we are back. Yeah, I got 40 minutes round trip delivery, so I'll be listening. Hey, that's great, Sandy. Good to hear that I hope you're enjoying the new job. I need coffee and weed. Bishop, I know how you feel. I need coffee creamer because I tried drinking coffee without creamer. I'm out of creamer. And I tried drinking coffee without creamer. Because some people, like a Mr. Imholt, will insist, oh, you need to add all this to it, right? Anyways, so I'm out of creamer, and I decided I'll make a cup of coffee without creamer. Was the hardest thing to get through, and my stomach hated me for it. Honestly, I don't know why people drink black coffee. Do you just hate your intestines? Do you realize the damage that it has done to them? I mean, the creamer not only makes it, more palatable to drink in a flavor sense, kind of eases that whole digestion thing. And yeah, I don't plan to do that again. Good afternoon, everyone, says Mr. Q. Good afternoon, Mr. Q. Everyone jumping in early. I like that. Good to see. We have a full show already prepped. We got everything loaded. I quite frankly am just waiting for people to filter in a little bit. I think I fixed the audio issue. I mean, it's a red letter day today. We are down to $25. We're halfway through today's goal. So we got that going for us. Was Fill Some Holes saying creamer and cocoa mix? You're saying you use both in the coffee, or you use one or the other, or do you use both together? Just like coffee, creamer, and cocoa mix. Might not be a bad idea. But I don't know. Thorn saying, woot, a show. A show indeed, Thorn. A show indeed. You know what? I need to stop hitting my applause button. Have you ever asked Aaron to be on so he can see this beautiful thing we call a show, says Chevy JB on the Rumble. Thank you for tuning in on the Rumble. We've got the Rumble, the Twitch, the YouTube, all three running simultaneously. Thank you for that, Chevy JB. I have talked to him about being on here from time to time, but it's he kind of builds his schedule around his show. And the time I do my show is built around being on when his isn't. And for the reasons of both of us doing that, it just kind of worked out that he's usually busy. So, we'll see at some point in time. Right about now, he's usually hanging out with the kids, and then he does kids' dinner show and things like that. Although it's a Thursday, so maybe it's not out of the realm of possibility. But I'm not expecting him to come here. He wouldn't like what we call a show. It's not for him. But Trucker 18 Wheeler got in here with 3 clips of Aaron from YouTube. So we'll I'm guessing these are from this morning. We'll load these up. I did not catch this morning's show. As I may have already alluded to, I'm sleeping I slept in because I had a late night yesterday, and I'm going to have another one tonight, so it was just one of those things. Let's check out this, because I love watching clips of Aaron's show. Let's check out this from today, I'm guessing, and clip number 1. Thank you, Trucker 18 Wheeler, for these. Let's see where these are at.
You're just like, I'm littered with goo,
and
I need more.
that is,
You're just like, I'm littered with goo, and I need more.
that is,
You're just like, I'm littered with goo, and I need more.
that is.
Okay. Clip number 1. Let's go to clip number 2. This one's about the Will Smith story. I got to get that sound drop of she want that baby leg. She going to get that baby leg.
And he goes, hi, guys. How are you doing? Great to see everybody. You can hear whistles in my asshole when the wind blows. And he goes, hi, guys. How are you doing? Great to see everybody. You can hear whistles in my asshole when the wind blows. And he goes,
Oh, see that? These are fun, but I'd like to see her reaction after he gets done doing it.
Just
Oh,
let
shit.
the man begin.
Oh, we just did that. I loaded that one before, but
Just let the man be gay. Wouldn't that feel so good?
yes.
Wouldn't
Wait.
just let the man be gay? Wouldn't that feel so good?
Yes.
Wouldn't
Wait.
just let the man be gay?
all right. So Aaron's apparently a homosexual. I didn't know that was news. Hershey's is pretty crappy in other forms, though. Wait a minute. What? Hershey's liquid. Okay. Was Fill Some Holes. Get some Hershey's liquid chocolate in the can or bottle and try that instead of hot cocoa mix. I bet you'll be in love with the flavor. Hershey's is pretty crap in other forms, though. I find it odd Hershey's strawberry syrup is awfully runny, unlike chocolate. Well, it's not chocolate. So, all right. So apparently we're on a dietary discussion. That's awesome. Happy to have all of you here with your awesome insights about Hershey's. Again, I was just explaining I couldn't do the. Do you have anything brown? Did you have anything brown to eat last night? after the poo story, Johnny. Nope, was a pizza night. We made it through just fine. Pizza night. Though, ever since seeing that story, I have been worried now because I go to the bathroom a lot. I have some issues, and so now I'm like, oh man, that was an autoimmune thing, the Crohn's thing. I really hope I don't get that, because now that would be harmful. Who am I gonna ask? You know, like, hey man, I need to find a friend I can rely on to give me their shit. That would be so bad. I don't want that to happen. I pray every night. Fall in the queue. Bishop retracted message. No idea what that was about. I got 40 round trip. Yep. Good afternoon, Mr. Q. Hello. Ban him. Ban who? Fallen. Ban who? And why? Why would we ban people? Why are we banning? Aaron would help, but then you would become gay. Right? And look, there's some boundaries I don't want to push on a friendship and be like, hey man, can I have your poop? Like, that's just there's some questions I dare not ask for fear it would affect us going forward. Because regardless of how he responds to it, you're never the same after that one's been levied. That's really just, once that question has entered the conversation, nobody really goes back to the way it was before. You will always be living in the world after someone asked for your poop. Oh, man. I cannot get over that story. All right. Sounds like a black friend. What? What? He's just busy. Like I said, he probably wouldn't care about the show we do here. All right? So whatever. F him. We do our own thing. We're letting everybody filter in. It's going a little slow today. I'm wondering, is there something up? Did I miss something? Do I suck all of a sudden? All of these things could be true. We do have all of our stories loaded. So as soon as I feel like we're kind of in the number to get going, we'll kind of pump there. Give it another couple minutes. Hey, Johnny, could I have your poop doing an experiment? No, you can't. You can't have my poop. There's a bunch of reasons why you can't have my poop. One, weirds me the fuck out on every level. Two, a friend who want all your shit. Oh, a friend who wants all your shit. Thank you, Saint Caesar. I don't think, Chevy JB, that's quite accurate, but hey, different strokes, different folks, different pokes, whatever they say. Are you going to stay there? All right, good. I hear you. I hear if you blend a donated poo and shove it up your bum, it'll heal all your problems, though. No, it has to be a healthy poo. It has to be a healthy poo. You need a healthy poo to shove up your ass. You can't just go around taking any old donated poo. What if a guy on the street corner, like some meth head, he donates you a poo? You can't trust that poo. Was it even human? You might have got it from a dog just for the money. You don't know. You can't trust that poo. If you're going to shove someone else's shit up your ass, it has to be a trusted source, in my opinion. And if it's donor poo, you need credible... You need an accredited donor shit. We're not even talking about that story today. And we're stuck on the poop. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, and I can't think right now for the poop.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's, Thorne, I love that this has been the derailing topic. It is interesting that, I say that this is a sophisticated show, and it's an intelligent show for intelligent people. But unfortunately, we just, no matter what, against our better nature, poo humor. No matter what we do, poo humor. I mean, I try my damnedest to enlighten you guys. Pooh humor. Saint Caesar saying you need to upload that segment from yesterday. That was gold. Well, it is online, but you're right. I probably should clip that out and share it everywhere and tell people how they should really watch this show because, again, yesterday's segment was pretty good. Especially Dear Butch's edition is still in my opinion the chef's kiss, the best part of the whole thing. Oh man. Alrighty, what do you say we do a show? We've got I don't know, do we have we'll have more people soon eventually, I hope. Maybe they're all filtering in. That's what it is. They're all filtering in really slowly. We'll just do it this way. Alright, so since we're loaded up and ready to go, and I don't know what else to talk about, that they eat the poo-poo. No, they don't eat, well, actually, shit, you're right. Because part of that story that we came to at the end, they literally some donor poo they take it in capsule form. No, can we agree to disagree in terms of?
I'll give you my poo.
Thank you for that. I didn't ask, but thank you, Trucker 18-wheeler, with that. Alrighty, so we better check on the sticker party thing before we get going, just so we don't miss that if it's coming up fast. 400 bits. We got a little ways. We're, like I said, halfway through today's goal already with everything from yesterday, so we'll keep an eye on it all and see where it lands. And
here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the day.
Now I feel like a piece of shit.
Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver 10 too. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes a train! Here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing.
Didn't we just do this? I mean, I know I'm high. That's kind of part of the point of the show, but what? Alrighty. Bobby Nick from BYB and No Filter saying hello, people Earth. Hello, Bobby Nick. Thank you, Trucker, for the 50 bits. 21% of the way through the hype train. Well Salty saying good day, Johnny. Good day, Bobby Nick. Well Salty. Good to see both of you. Saint Aren saying back in the day, they flipped you upside down, stuck a funnel in, and pour it in, and used an oversized Q-tip to ram it in. You kids have it easy now with a tablet. No. You don't have it easier with a tablet, because even if it's a gel cap in your mouth, you know you're sticking poo in there. That mouth noise is not good for the conversation that is happening. This is incredibly weird, but thank you very much for kicking this off. We have all of our stories and stuff loaded. We'll get into those in a minute now that we're doing all this crazy shit. I feel weird for going straight into stories and stuff. Let's reload this thing because we have to do a controlled burn for the folks at home. Ed, folks at home. Name that movie. Folks at home. Ed, folks at home. Sid 6.7. There's your only clue. Hate having to burn this thing out, man. Gets too cashed out. I guess we don't need to reload anything. There's our controlled burn. Dear Butch saying it didn't play my alert. No, it played instead a second hype train sound. So I mean, congratulations. You win the internet. And I don't know if you heard this. We were actually giving you compliments for the amazing sound drop action you had on yesterday's show, and I need to actually clip it up. Let's get into this this next story. I love doing it this way, so we'll do it this way. I got to start doing things like this, Cordell. You can't do things. Anyways, boop, here we go. You might be wondering about the picture on your screen, and that's because Netflix is getting a black guy to play General Hannibal.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Trucker 18-wheeler saying, I'll give you my poo on Rumble. We got that one in the text one you did here. This is different. Poop usually gets stuck on me. Oh, that's painful. I don't want to think about that. Fucking YouTube didn't send a notification. Says geriatric Biden knobs lobber. It's all right. We run a long show, but we start at the same time every day. We end hopefully at the same time every day. We're glad to have you here. Thank you for being here. We have a hype train coming to an end on Rumble. 42 seconds, 59% of the way. Thank you for everyone for that. So maybe we can do another one at the end or something. We have a $25 goal for our goal today. Really close to hitting that, hopefully. So we'll see. We'll see. When I rip one out loud, I make
Cheer
sure.
1000.
Thank you, Trucker 18-wheeler, kicking it into not normally a cowbell occasion, but I'm a roll on cowbell for Trucker there for the 1,000 bits. That was super nice of him. Hey everybody, little cowbell for Trucker. Hey-o.
Please, show me your dick!
That's nasty. You're a pervert.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the 50 bits and the show me your dick. Let's you know what? Let's pin that the big donation, and we'll unpin it after how about after 5 minutes? We'll give that one 5 minutes, not 25, 5 minutes. 5. Boom. 5 minutes. And then no, I don't want to. No, I don't. There we go. And there we go. Alrighty. Thank you. Sorry I missed the
Want to see my pecker?
Sorry, the scream thing. Another woke move, Russell Crowe or GTFO, says Saint Laurent. Yeah, it is a woke move, but at least they picked a decent actor. Trucker 18-wheeler with the jump scare. Thank you for the 25 bits. I'm sorry that it didn't really. You know what? We're going to unpin this message, I've decided, because it's in the way of the hype train, which is at 26% with 3.5 minutes. So F that, but thank you, Trucker 18-wheeler. And no, I don't want to see your pecker. But you want to see my pecker? All righty, let's get into this quick. This story, again, is surprising. But they are... Thank you. All right. Oh, they got a black lady playing Queen Charlotte. Okay, where's the actual thing on... There isn't really anything to it. There's no... That's just it. That's it. That's all we have is Denzel Washington to star in Carthaginian General Hannibal biopic. Denzel Washington is reteaming with Anton Fuqua and is set to star in the untitled Hannibal film about the Carthaginian general for Netflix. I mean, I know people are like upset about
On television, us children are starting to see and hear more and more graphic queefing.
On my signal, unleash hell. Right. Well, I'm just saying in general, it's well salty. Denzel, yeah, Denzel. They got Denzel. He played Macbeth. I have no issue with that. Yeah, dude, he's done well in Shakespearean stuff, in a lot of acting areas. Denzel is all men. No, Denzel is the aim of all men. But I like I said, I don't have a real big issue with this. Like when people redo things, like, oh, let's change the colors for this with the history stuff. I'm like, all right, it's an alternate universe. I used to get really, really pissed about that, but then I thought, then we went to like alternate universes where we got to watch people murder Hitler in a movie theater. I mean, let's just do thought exercises. Who cares? What's it matter? But yeah, Denzel isn't woke, though. No, Denzel isn't woke, which is why I don't think this is a woke thing. I think they offered him a job, he took it, and why I'm not too worried about it. Because, again, it's Denzel. It's Denzel! I mean, what are we going to do? What are we going to bitch about it now? What are we going to cry? What are we going to cry? Are we going to fight about it? I mean, no, fuck. It'll probably be all right. Hopefully, not suck. That's all I'd like. It's not Denzel. It's not Denzel. Isn't going to play the woke game. Right, as we just said. I love this job. I too use cocoa and coffee creamer in my coffee. I have done that before. But I have not done that recently, and like I said, while I have some cocoa, I do not have coffee creamer. Alrighty, and I'm glad you love the job, Sandy. Very happy that you got your new job. When you said Hannibal, I was thinking about the A-Team. See, and that's where I'm weird, because if you say Hannibal to me, I immediately think Hannibal Lecter. But yes, no, we're talking about, again, the Carthaginian general Hannibal. So, Equalizer 4, Rome Bloodlines. Yeah, there we go. Equalizer 4 is what we can call it. That hype train ending there, I believe, at level 2. Was that level 2? Yeah, level 2, 28%. Thank you so much. And also, the Equalizer is a damn good movie series. I love the Equalizer series, man. That movie series never disappoints. It's just entertaining all the time. So, at any rate, let's get into this next video here. Now, George Santos has been on the receiving end of a lot of... Okay, thought I heard something. On the receiving end of a lot of criticism, and deservedly so. Apparently now, in the big, like, we're ramping up for the next election, I guess people are aiming to call out every little thing on the Republican side. So they're going after Santos, which I'm fine with, by the way. I'm fine with that. But again, it's weird to watch and be like, oh, he's a disgrace to politics and this, that, and the other. Yeah, so is the guy that's commander-in-chief, but we're not doing anything about him. Which gay character is Will Smith will play, and whose baby leg is he gonna get? I don't know. I don't know that Will Smith is in any of the stuff we're talking about, but I'm sure he'll get that baby leg. I don't think Will Smith wants baby leg. I think Will Smith feels baby leg might be intimidating. He might be intimidated by that baby leg. Jada isn't, though.
So they expel you.
All right. So, again. Oh, wait a minute. So this is an exclusive saying, if he gets expelled from Congress, he's going to run again? Dude, you have a ethics committee saying you're highly unethical to the point where all of Congress is like, let's kick him out. By the way, for just being really bad at doing what they all do. That's his actual sin. And so you're going to run again?
So they expel you, and then they put someone else in the seat. You're going to run in 2024.
Absolutely.
Can you win a primary, given all these things that are lined up against you?
Yes.
In the general election. This is a Biden-leaning district, and you have all these issues against you.
Could I have won the general election last time? Nobody said I could, but I still
It was
tried.
a different situation.
No, I understand, but elections are tricky. There's no predetermined...
elections are tricky. And yeah, so I lied and I stole and I blow money on myself in campaign finance in really, really weird ways. Gunt, says Jesse and the Ripper. You know, it's the short ones. Somehow, as they say, brevity, the soul of wit. It's the short ones. Like, look, we could say a bunch of things about this guy. Jesse just one look at him. Dude, Gunt. That's my new favorite moment so far today. Just literally in this clip, just sitting here reading through this, and just Jesse and the Rippers just right there. Nothing else. Literally nothing to it. Just Gunt.
Determined outcome.
Manu is here with us. Manu, so much to discuss. I'm sure you got into all of it.
Yeah, it's a shame you cut out of that 28 seconds in, so we can spend another minute of you two talking about what you talked about. I can't imagine why CNN has any trouble with viewership.
Defiant all the way. We talked about his criminal indictment against him, his fabrications from his past. He downplayed any of that having an impact on him, especially the lies that he admitted telling about his past. He said voters don't care about that. Your voters thought they were electing one person.
Nobody
and that
elected
wasn't
me. Nobody elected me because I played volleyball or not. Nobody elected me because I graduated college or not. People elected me because I said I'd come here to fight the swamp. I'd come here to lower inflation, create more jobs, make life more affordable, and the commitment to America. That's why people voted for anybody. To say that they voted based on anybody's biography, I can beg you this. Nobody knew my biography. Nobody opened my biography who voted for me.
Yeah, they did that. See, that's kind of the problem. They opened your biography and found out that you weren't Jewish. You were Jew adjacent. And by that, you mean not even Jewish. You told people you suffered from, or your mom died in 9/11. Well, Salty, beware the Gunt. Thank you, Well, Salty. One more thing, Well, Salty, one more thing about Denzel. Can't wait to see him play Mark Antony and say, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears." Well, I don't think he's playing Mark Antony. I thought, again, he was playing Hannibal. So, I mean, we just going to get Denzel for everything? This movie starring Denzel with what is it? Oh, fuck, screw it. It's dead.
In the campaign.
And of course, he lied about his employment history, going to school, being a star volleyball player, but says no one cares. So will he run again? He says he will. We'll see what happens.
And being Jew-ish.
Mr. President, after today, would you still...
Do we want to talk about how she was the one to bring that? I would love to see him run again. I'll be honest. I would love to see him run again because I think everybody that voted for him will just boo him publicly. I think if he ran again, he would and should get publicly shamed at every opportunity when he's out talking about, "I'm here to fight for you guys." And they're like, "Bullshit. You're here to get money for Botox so you can go to Atlantic City and pay for OnlyFans and all that other hinky shit you do with their money." Now, he could win if he ran under the simple guise of like, "Hey, look, I'm just a criminal like all of them, but I'm going to be honest to you about it. And I have an incredibly low bar. I'm not going to rob you blind like Biden does. I'm just going to do it a little bit." I mean, at that point, then they'd have to literally kick him out just for being honest. Oh, shit. So, yes, he announces, wait a minute, this story says, George Santos won't seek re-election following damning ethics committee report, but that's not what your interview showed. Republican Representative George Santos announced he will not seek re-election to the House next year following the ethics committee's release of the long-awaited report on Thursday, which concluded there is substantial evidence that the New York congressman used campaign funds for personal purposes. The committee said it uncovered additional uncharged and unlawful conduct by Santos that go beyond criminal allegations already pending against him and would immediately refer the allegations to the Justice Department for further investigation. Santos engaged in knowing willful violations with regards to financial disclosure statements filed with the House, according to the panel. Right. He literally is the worst politician at being a politician. He told lies that were easily provable. He stole money really, really badly. I mean, they all do it. He just sucks at it. You're too optimistic. Will, he's a lying scumbag, but the other guy is a D by his name. Yeah, but he's running for election in an area where D usually wins. Like, that's, again, him winning that seat in the first place was kind of like he said, people said he couldn't win the first time. The difference was people said he couldn't win the first time because he had an R next to his name. This time, he can't win because they'll be like, dude, you're an R. By that, I mean R-tard. So, I don't know. But, hey, it'll be interesting to see. And I doubt that I'm too optimistic. I just know if I saw a group of people just openly booing him if he's running for re-election, that would amuse the shit out of me. And I would like to say CNN really needs to put their shit together better, because you put a video, you put up a video that says the opposite of what you're written. You're literally contradicting yourself in your own article. CNN, what are you doing? What are you doing? CNN, the cable news nuts. Alrighties, where are we at here? Beware the gunt. Play what? Okay, to play baby leg. No, I don't know what Bishop's talking about. I have no idea what Bishop's talking about. All right. So, we have to, that was a nice little, and now I don't know where I am moment. Great. We have, again, a show going till hopefully 5:30. We're sitting at, where's my phone thing? We'll open those things. We're sitting at 25 from the goal, but we did have that hype train go to level 2, so that'll hopefully get us, say, 10, 15. 10? 15? I don't know. 10 at least. So we'll say 10 at least. So then we'll roughly say 15 from the goal. We'll call it a 15er that we need to hit and see if that does it. Otherwise, life happens. Boom. All right. And if anyone wants to do PayPal, Streamlabs, and all of that, we'll just do this. Boom. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. And boop. And one in this one. Boop, boop. All right, so there are the links in the chats if you want to use those to help support the show. Like I said, we'll if we knock out 15, we'll just kind of ride it out, assuming we've hit our 25 for today, and everything else will go over to tomorrow. And like I said, we'll see where it lands. So for the second time this week, American Federation Teachers President Randy Weingarten, all right, has managed to totally embarrass herself on Twitter. So there was a clip that went out on Twitter earlier in the week for people protesting outside the White House for Israel. And this is the clip that she commented on. We'll watch the clip. If I can full screen it. There we go. We'll you know what? We'll go back here. A lot of dudes. No offense. Religious worship makes you look dumb. I'm just saying nobody looks cool. Nobody looks cool holding up their book and going, yes, pray. But I get it. You feel for people. You're doing what you can. Best of luck to you. So that is the clip. Now, president of the Teachers Union, said about the clip, quote, "Where are the women?" Now, I don't know how many Jewish people that well, is this just, does this bring us to X? All right, there we go. I don't know how many Jewish people we have in our audience. But I'll be honest, I didn't know the answer to this question. But where are the women? Readers added context to her post, saying, Orthodox Jews observe gender separation during prayer. The women were praying on the opposite side of the square, pictured in the video. So they're over here. These guys are over here. That's all it was. Now, you might be saying, why does that make her look stupid? Well, the reason it makes her look stupid is that Randy Weingarten claims to be Jewish. She claims to be Jewish. Let alone the fact that you're the head of the teachers union, so you should be someone who's relatively knowledgeable on stuff. She claims to be Jewish, and she's married to a female rabbi. Now, I'm not saying you need to engage in Orthodox practices or know them implicitly as a member of a religion, but I would say to immediately assume there's no women there at all, and not even at least before firing off a tweet, throwing one over to your booby, like, hey, I didn't see any women. I feel like one of the two of you, if you take your religion seriously, at least one. We're about 200 bits away from a sticker party. Let's go ahead and keep that up there so everyone else can be aware. That is highly distracting, that turkey shaking its ass on. Twerk and turkey it's a twerky. Get it? It's a twerky sticker. Twerk. Oh, I hate myself for that. All right, so again, 200 bits, and then if the sticker party goes off, you can all go twerky. It's the little symbol that you see right down here is also right over there if you click on the screen, and you can do things with stickers. All righty. Again, you're the head of the teachers union. How hard are you trying to prove that you don't need your job? Like, we don't need you in it. Right on Johnny's head. Yes, right on Johnny's head. Wait, Jews can be gay? I have no idea. I'm not Jewish. I don't know the specifics on the religion. I don't know if it's cool in the Orthodox religion. I'll say this. If you are a lesbian and it's allowed in your religion, cool. But even if it's not allowed in your religion, I feel like the rabbi that you are married to would be the person you talk to about this before just commenting. But that's the age we live in. She was going through her phone. She saw a clip. She thought, I'm going to slam a hot take on it and fire this baby out of here. Foosh. And I would laugh so hard if a few minutes later her wife comes in and goes, hey, I just saw your tweet. You seem really stupid. The women are on the other side of the audience. They don't observe together. It's a group of Orthodox Jews. I don't know if that wasn't evident by the way they were dressed. But again, I digress. Like I said, it would be fun to think that happens. That would be great if it ends their relationship. This looks so bad on lesbian rabbi that she's like, I can't be associated with you. Like, honestly, look, did you think about how this would affect me when you posted it? Did you think how it would affect me? Running with scissors. I mean, who are we accusing of that? Maybe. Moses sucks. What? Atomic Ray saying some interesting things. Jews rent rooms to Adams and Steve's. Wow. And not just for... Oh, Atomic Ray. Wow. I guess this is a really good time to mention we also have the Rumble chat up if you want to... Taste Fair saying, I prefer tofu twerky. Tofu twerky sounds really fucked up. I don't know about that. Johnny, have you been watching Animal Planet? I have not been watching Animal Planet, Taste Fair. I'm sorry. I have not watched Animal Planet. All right, so like I said, we have the best fucking teachers union president in the world. Can't imagine why we're falling behind on grades and in schools and things like that. So I'm going to play you a video really quick to remind some of you, in case you didn't see it the last time we covered it. Oh, wow. There's 2 minutes of it. We're going to go through all of it first. This is Georgia County. Georgia County. Come on outie and see the bounty. Georgia County Commissioner Felicia Franklin was found passed out in the streets. In the streets. And they're getting her into the ambulance. This is her.
You need to stop.
Felicia.
You're going to make it worse than what it needs to be.
Felicia.
Buddy, get him out my face. I don't give a Get him out my face. You better.
Bye, Felicia. Oh, she piddled. Oh, hey, diddle cat in the fiddle. That's a lady laying in her own pee.
As long as nothing
Okay, I'm
is...
right here. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. What happened? She's spitting up. She's throwing up.
You but
No, she's not. He's not making it worse. We're all trying to help, baby.
We're all trying to help, baby. I mean, help. I think that's alcohol poisoning. I think someone is severely intoxicated.
Felicia. Honey, you fell down. You fell down. We want to make sure that...
You fell down. I'm sorry. It looks like you've puked on yourself. We fell you full of piss.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
We got to make sure you're okay.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Jesus. What is this? Is that Gino and she's offering him water? I mean, what the hell? What is it with drunk people refusing help? They're worse than me.
Felicia, this is Patty.
After a bit more screaming, the wind seems to go out of Felicia's sails. At least.
All right. At least for now. All right, whatever. Anyway, so that is, again, that's Felicia. Well, that video got circulated, went viral, all that fun stuff on Miss Felicia. Well, Felicia isn't any old person. Felicia happens to be the lawmaker from Georgia that we're talking about. And now Felicia is suing the county over being fired for everything that happened to her. That video that went out, the one that we were watching, is the one that got her fired. She was the former vice chair of the Clayton County Board of Commissioners and says she was drugged using GHB, the date rape drug. But tests proved that the drug was not in her system. She did, however, consume 3 sidecar cocktails and a glass of wine. There was also marijuana in her system, but they did not find any GHB. Who watches that and says, you know what? You fired me for that? I'm going to sue. I am going to sue all of you guys. No more. I'm going to sue. What the heck is with this cord? Oh. She's suing them for firing her for doing that. I mean, good luck to you. Fuck, in this day and age, you probably win. The EMTs have not filed charges against Miss Franklin, which is just peachy if you ask me. Forgive. No. No, the EMTs should file charges. If she's suing the county because they're trying to impeach her, I'd say, you know what? Maybe you should do that too. All right, so we were talking about this. We're coming up on the end of the first hour here. So I got to kind of wrap this shit up. We got a few left to get into. Mr. Q doing, I figured somebody say, bye, Felicia. Yep. Felicia is going to be going home. Anyways, where's my phone? There it is. So as I was saying, moving right along, we have hopefully another 2.5 hours in the program. Let's clear these off of here. Why is this always going nuts now? Alrighty, so a company is willing to pay someone $2,000 to watch 12 Hallmark movies. Seems like it's not enough, in my opinion. We're going to get into it a little bit more. But feel free to wade in on your opinion. $12,000 or $2,000. $12,000, that might be enough. $2,000 to watch 12 Hallmark movies. Assume what? Weekend? It's a weekend out of your life. $2,000 for a weekend. Would you give up a weekend to watch sappy chick flick movies for $2,000? Because let's be honest, Hallmark movies. I don't think I could do it. It seems pretty effed up to me to do, like, to just go through, like, because you got to go through them, you got to rate them. 5,000, I'd do it, says mediocre personality. Right? I'm not saying it's not worth doing or that it can't be done. I'm simply saying that $2,000 is far too low of an amount to be willing to do this for. But for those of you interested, a subscription box company is seeking a special Christmas movie maven. So they already know their audience. They're looking for a chick. To get paid $2,000 to watch and rank 12 Hallmark holiday movies. Oh, it's even worse. They're Hallmark holiday movies. At least it could be like a saucy murder mystery or something, but instead it's going to be like all about Santa. Bloomsy Box. What? I didn't even know there was a thing. Bloomsy Box said the chosen candidate will also receive an ample supply of Ghirardelli hot cocoa and 2 pairs of fuzzy socks to guarantee a cozy watching experience. We've devised an ironclad rating system designed to stand up to the scrutiny of even the most steadfast of Scrooges, the website said. The film fan will be asked to rank each movie by criteria including festivity factor, predictability quotient, chemistry check, tearjerker test, and replay value. The movies chosen for the experiment are The Most Wonderful Time of the Year from 2008. Wasn't that a... All right. Crown for Christmas from 2019. The 9 Lives of Christmas from 2014. Guessing a cat movie. Christmas Always from 2022. Family for Christmas 2015. Christmas Under Wraps 2014. 3 Wise Men and a Baby 2022. Now you're just stealing. 3 Men and a Baby is 3 Wise Men and a Baby. Fuck you. A Royal Christmas 2014. That was when the Merkel stuff was big, right? Royal Christmas. North Pole 2014 and The Christmas Train 2017. I would have to say yes. After finding that out, no. These all sound terrible, says Toastmaster. Oh, yeah. They sound horrible. And if you want me to watch and rate them, $2,000 is nowhere near enough. I mean, know your value. Fallen the Great, just typing something random in there that I came across now. Oh fuck, Johnny, like you have never licked a butthole out of curiosity, and then following that immediately with behind in the chat. Thank you. And to answer your question, which I don't think it was, but either way, now I feel called out. Well, thank you, I guess. I have never licked a butthole, not even out of curiosity. I've never licked a butthole. Never had my butthole licked. There's been no butthole licking in my life. I have not given nor taken butthole lickings.
Don't you ever threaten me when your husband came to me to get his butthole licked.
Alrighty. So again, $2,000. It's a weekend of your life, possibly more, but then you'll never escape the pain. Saint Ren. My, you got a trashy starfish. Thanks, Earl. I'm guessing that's a quote. I'm not sure what it's from. I don't know who I'd feel worse for that. But Johnny, you can be the cynical, cripple Christmas critic. No, I can't be. And here's why. I will kill myself if I am forced to watch those movies. There's no amount of money. It's just, you're telling me I've got to get through all of those and rate them. Replay value? I'm not allowed to. I can do it this way. If you're going to pay me any amount of money, particularly $2,000, I have to be able to roast them relentlessly. I have to be able to make fun of stuff. I have to be able to rip on stuff and kind of take the piss out of it. Otherwise, I won't survive. Christmas movies, in my opinion, generally suck. All of the best Christmas movies, in my opinion, were never meant to be Christmas movies. Case in point, Die Hard. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. It's a man fighting terrorists in Nakatomi Plaza, but it happens on Christmas, so it became a Christmas movie. Oh, anyways, I guess The Ref is an all right Christmas movie, but yeah. For the most part, holiday movies generally, they kind of suck. Everyone finds the one they like. And so when the holiday comes around, that's the one you like to watch. But, yeah, the idea that you're going to have me sit down and watch that, and all for some Ghirardelli chocolate and some fuzzy slippers, that is a cheap date, all right? $2,000, some slippers, and some chocolate. That is a cheap date. All right, we are actually getting into the second hour, so I got to wrap these last two up, and then we'll move on. Again, we're sitting at about $15 or more from our goal, so if we knock that out, we go through today and go till 5:30. So where are we at here? Police in British Columbia have responded, and that's in Canada for those of you who aren't aware. Police in British Columbia responded to calls for help and arrived to find the cries were actually originating from a, quote, sad goat. You know what? Before we keep going with this, I am going to look if we have a story. I would love to see the sad goat. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, Gremlins 2, and Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3, I didn't feel like. Gremlins is a great Christmas movie. I like both of the Gremlins movies. I will give you that. Gremlins is a good Christmas movie. Let's go to here. Let's go to here. The moment a sad goat moved into a BC family shed. It sounds like this goat is well known. What it 6 months ago. So this isn't even new. This is from 6 months ago. This is in Oklahoma. So police officers have a history of getting duped by goats. Police officers are getting duped by goats. 6 months ago, this is the big one 6 months ago, Cops rush to loud screams on a farm. It's just an upset goat. Never mind. It's showing a video with music. We're not going to play that. Bad move. Thank you, Lab Glass. That puts us 100 bits away from a sticker party. If that kicks off, everyone gets to use the stickers for free. Everyone over here on the Twitch app, the stickers are right over there on the app thing. It looks similar to this thing, and you don't get to pick the placement or anything. That is random. That's part of the beauty. Alrighty, so U.S. Wait, what? Nope, we're on that. We're gonna get back to the goat first. Okay, so the Quatra Island RCMP said officers responded to a report of someone repeatedly shouting help from a ravine, and the person who heard the calls feared that a person had fallen off of a cliff. Further investigation revealed the help was actually a sad goat. Thank you, Lab Glass, for the nugget sticker. That puts us 90 bits away. Further investigation revealed it was actually a sad goat from a neighboring farm. The farm's owner told officers the goat was calling out for her babies. Officers did note on the scene that the cries did sound familiar to someone yelling for help. Thankfully, officers confirmed all was well, and nobody besides the mama goat were in any kind of distress. Fuck! I guess we're going to have a sticker party in a minute, or we're going to get ball ticklingly close. I don't know. This is one of the things that Lab Glass and Deer Butch and them kind of like doing, where they keep throwing in a little bit to see where it happens. Now we've got another one coming in from Deer Butch. So now the nuggets are flying. Someone get a dip and saw. And now my stream is just going to scream fuck for the next couple of seconds. Fuck! And then it's going to have some weird music and a sticker party. This is, again, fuck, the weirdest show ever. I don't have full control. That's why Aaron would hate this. You don't have full control. See what I mean?
Fuck off.
He would lose his shit. He'd sit here and he'd be like, I'm trying to do it. I can't do it a thing. And they just start doing, yeah. Oh, great. It's the fucking sticker party of the twerking turkeys. It's a twerky sticker party. I hope you like seeing some brown booty shaking in your face. Because these, oh God, and there's a naked turkey. These could... Did I hear someone say yo bitch in the background of this? That's just something you can't avoid. Yo bitch. Like, I gotta get that sound drop actually. I need that one. Yo bitch. The screen is now just a shit ton of naked and twerking turkeys.
Perfect.
Oh, he was saying you win. He's saying you win. It sounded like he said, yo, bitch. That was just, I just love how that comes out. So aggressive right out the shout. Right out the shout. You meant to say right out the shoot or something. I don't know. Fuck me. Let's, thank you for the sticker party. That is super fun. Now we're 10 nuggets in with Lab Glass now on the next sticker party. We're now only 990 bits away, so it's going to be a while. We'll let these fall off. I like Matthew Perry turkey sticker. Matthew Perry turkey sticker, is that what it's called? I have no idea. I had no idea. But, I'm sorry. Atomic Ray's comments on Rumble, when you look over at them, they catch you. Dear Butch saying cheers. Well, thank you, Dear Butch. We appreciate all the support. Lab Glass saying I thought it was Joey. I have no idea. I'm not that big of a Friends fan. I've seen it. That's about it. All right, let's go through this really quick and then get into our second hour stuff. Because it is the second hour, and this one is not too surprising. But the U.S. Senate passes a stopgap funding bill to avert a government shutdown. The U.S. Senate took the risk of a impending partial government shutdown off the table on Wednesday as it passed a stopgap spending bill and sent it to President Joe Biden to sign into law before a weekend deadline. The 87-11 vote marked the end of the year's third fiscal standoff in Congress that saw lawmakers bring Washington to the brink of defaulting on its more than $31 trillion in debt this spring, and twice within days of a partial shutdown that would have interrupted pay for about 4 million federal workers. The near miss with shutdown led to October 3rd ouster of Republican House Senator Representatives Kevin McCarthy that left the chamber leaderless for 3 weeks. The lawmakers have brought themselves just a little more than 2 months of breathing room. The Democratic majority Senate and Republican-controlled House of Representatives' next deadline is January 19th, just days after the Iowa caucus signals the start of the 2024 presidential season. So we can't agree on how to run the government. Neither one of you guys are willing to actually cut spending and lower the debt, but we can agree to just keep kicking the can down the road. Awesome. No drama, no delay, no government shutdown, Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said prior to the vote. McCarthy's successor, Speaker Mike Johnson, produced a stopgap funding bill that drew broad bipartisan support. In a rarity in modern U.S. politics, Democrats said they were happy it stuck to spending levels that had been set in a May agreement with Biden and did not include poison pill provisions on abortion and other hot-button social issues. As for that, I really hate how the Democrats act like the abortion issue wasn't theirs to lose. The abortion rights issue, you had it. You had the power, the ability. You could have done all them jive turkeys. Yeah, that was a lot of jive turkeys. You had the ability to pass that stuff for the longest time. You didn't. You didn't do it. You like going, hey, you guys, you better support us and keep us in office, or you might lose these rights. And they kicked you out. And to your credit, you did lose those rights. But those rights could have been codified before, but then you wouldn't have been able to run on it. And just like you can't run on codifying them, locking them down, or earning them back now. It's almost like you wanted this to happen, honestly, because the two-party system sucks. But diazepam, upon which recondate domains do your intellectual meditations gravitate earnestly, exploring the profundities of esoteric erudition. I just do a joke show talking about current news, making fun of stuff. We have fart sound drops. You want to hear one? Hold on. I got a fart sound drop for you. Is that the intellectual meditations that you're asking about? Because my intellectual meditations don't gravitate towards anywhere. See, he farted. I see somebody got a new thesaurus. Yeah, man, I don't know, new thesaurus, or they're just smarter than me. Either way, this is an intelligent show for intelligent people. He said as he keeps... These armrests are going to kill me. I've moved them around so much that now they don't have any stick to them and they slide. And it just... Alrighty. We're again about $15 away from our goal for today. Hopefully to hit that beautiful, beautiful goal. If we do, we'll go all the way till 5:30, that extra half hour. That's Charlie again, talking same way yesterday. Same way as yesterday. Huh. Well, I'll say this. It's, if it is Charlie, it's at least amusing for the moment. As long as it's amusing, I'll allow it. Other than that, if it annoys you guys, hey, man, I gave mod privilege, and I said the other day with If people are in other shows that you know and they're trolling and stuff, if they're really going above and beyond to be whatever in here, go ahead and boot them. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. That is so sad, though, if it is. I really hope it isn't. I hope that isn't Charlie. Because it's just like you just don't. If you put an ounce of that effort into just doing your own thing, you could. I mean, like, I don't have a really big show. This isn't a big show. We don't have a lot of people. I have an incredibly small goal. $15 today if you want to hit it. But it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to put all this together and do this. And I am honestly telling myself that even in my fucked up, crippled condition, I should put more effort
Hey,
into it.
laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
See, and then shit like that, I don't even do. That's the audience doing it on my behalf. Notice he doesn't say it isn't him, right? Notice, oh, yeah. But now that we've said that, how long until who is this Charles you speak of? Whatever. At any rate, well, if that is true, you again free permission to boot to butt because I don't give a shit. At any rate, we're going to get back on with our show. Let's go ahead and drop the audio for just a minute while we load our second hour stories. We're going to talk about a violent protest at the headquarters for the Democrats. There are these things called rage rooms. This story is the whole reason the show's title is the one it is today. This is a thing that became big, especially after COVID, but people keep getting horny. So so that's why they're reporting some issues. All right, the audio's back up. Let's go to you. Turn this off. Reload the page. There we go. Back on one. And we're in the business. Dear Butch said that Silvio guy came to my show last week, same crap. With the eloquent prose or the like just the crap of saying something contradictory or secondary to what you're doing to just kind of draw away from the topic. Again, like I said, it's a remarkable amount of effort and energy put into just, again, doing nothing. It's weirding me out. You're not establishing anything for yourself or attracting any attention. You're not becoming this it guest to have. It's just a group of people going, how about you just go? I mean, I will say this. It's inspiring for me as someone who often feels like the man that's outside the group. It's interesting to find someone else who's literally being told to leave the group. Alrighty, so let's go to this video from House Democrats. Today's goal is now down to 10, folks. Let's finish it off, says Rusty Grammar. I'm guessing that means we've seen a support thing coming across here. Let's pull that up. And so, yeah, if it is down to 10 especially, that's an incredibly manageable amount. And we would appreciate that. I thought I had these open so I could... Yeah, it is. There we go. We're good. My phone just had to catch up. Thank you very much for that, Rusty Grammar. We are indeed down to $10 today. Let's see if we can do it. Thank you, Trucker, for the 100 bits. We'll, like I said, we'll check in on that at the end of the show. But then that has to do, what is it? Because we were assuming that we've done 10. So that has to hit 20. Because we were at 25 to start. Yeah, so if we hit 20 on Twitch, then that's all. Math is great. I'm not tarded at all. What are you talking about? Thank you, SS Stern, for the 100 bits. Let's get into this next video. Top House Democrats had to be evacuated from the DNC headquarters as police clashed with protesters calling for Gaza ceasefire. Law enforcement clashed with the protesters calling for a ceasefire in the Israel-Hamas war outside the Washington headquarters of the Democratic National Committee Wednesday night, the latest eruption of tensions across the country over the Israel-Hamas war. Let's look at some footage. Let's roll that beautiful footage.
Violent protests outside the Democratic National Committee.
I love that you're protesting outside of the DNC screaming ceasefire now. Go sit on the street and do that in Israel. That's my whole thing with this. Ceasefire now. Ceasefire now. Sit in front of Hamas and tell them to stop attacking. Tell it to Israel too. I'm not saying that Hamas is the bad guy and Israel isn't. I'm not saying anyone's the good guy in this. There isn't one. I'm simply saying if you want to scream at both sides to stop fighting, go scream it to both of the sides. It seems so disingenuous and stupid to be like, we need to sit here and scream. And I'm sorry I didn't be more thankful for that. Can we DJ on Friday? No offense, Jesse. I literally have no one else asking for the DJ show stuff, and I don't have the song licensing things. It won't work on YouTube because that'll close out those. I'm gonna say no. I'm sorry. That's probably not. There are protests in Israel. Yeah, there are protests in Israel. But my point is, I don't like that we have to get involved. Is all I'm saying. I don't like that we have to get involved. It's a group of people that don't want to stop fighting on both sides. Both sides are willing to do really horrible shit to win the fight. One side's willing to abduct people, use human shields, all sorts of other shit. The other side's willing to indiscriminately lay people out. It's bad on both sides. But when I see people here, like, clashing with police, screaming ceasefire now, how are we supposed to get them to stop fighting? Other than stop supplying both sides with weapons. Jesse saying, damn it, bro, fuck. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, but the DJ streams were never, like, super duper profitable. They were always the lowest viewed. Nobody cared about them. People didn't like them. Playing music was just kind of like we'd play someone's music. Other people would leave. It just. Okay, thank you, Trucker 18 Wheeler, for the 100 bits. Let the fighting continue. Red Heifer is here. I'm ready to be judged. This is Saint I am sad now. I'm sorry, Jesse. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. The DJ stuff was fun. I liked doing it, but Deer Butch saying lots of people do music streams. Yeah, I'm just saying. Thank you for the air horn, the 125 bits. But yeah, as for the DJ stream stuff, as far as me doing it, it wasn't going well. It wasn't. This stuff does better overall. More people enjoy this, and so we just kind of do that. But thank you. Anyhow, let's go back to the ceasefire now.
Committee's Washington headquarters forcing top House Democrats to be evacuated from the building.
You can see from the video just how intense this clash was outside the DNC headquarters between Capitol Police and around 150 protesters from these progressive Jewish organizations that for weeks now have been leading the...
So do we get to call these people terrorists? Is this an attack on democracy? Is this the end of freedom? Because keep in mind, the Capitol Police, which, by the way, I think I've seen more Capitol Police in this clip than I did on January 6th. Just saying. Trucker 18 Wheeler with the 10 bits. Thank you, Trucker 18 Wheeler. Fuck, bro, says Jesse. Yeah, we ended up doing, we have an eclectic mix of... We have an eclectic mix of music between our audience. Some people really like country, some people really like metal. And so it's like you go to one, and then the chat lights up with people going, this sucks. And then you go to the other, and people like or don't like that. And mixing them on the spot was so-so. There's a delay with the system. Meh. Chevy JB saying, I missed the DJ streams. I found a lot of new music there. Pickle Rick. All right, so we have one person speaking for the DJ streams. But again, I don't have licensing software. Royal Rumble style 10-second countdown clock hits out, comes Joe Biden to Real American, takes them all out. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to happen, St. Caesar.
These ceasefire protests across the country. And look, organizers told me they had planned to block entrances to the DNC building, and they wanted to force those Democratic members of Congress, including the leadership, the names you mentioned, Jeffries, Clark, and Aguilar, to walk out in front of them and be confronted by protesters with chants and with calls for a ceasefire in Gaza. But this scene really intensified. It blew up before we even got to that point, and those members of Congress...
All right, so again, here's my thing. These are pro-Israel people calling for a ceasefire. Israel's one of the sides doing the attacking. Some people like country, some people are wrong. Some people like penis in the butt. Thank you, Lab Glass. That is a remarkable piece of wisdom that I did not realize that I needed until now. Yeah, they will be right out. They're totally going to come out and talk to you. God, the twerking turkey. The twerky is... Oh, they do call it a twerky. The twerky is weird. Thank you for the 100 bits, Trucker 18-wheeler. Mikey Two Milks over on the Rumble chat. Hey, what's crack-a-lackin'? I'm sure it's safe to say that word, but I don't know. It's awfully... Trucker 18-wheeler is going crazy with the stickers. We better go check on this. We're not close to that happening. I'd like to know before...
Cheer 100 Johnny.
I just took
I'm
the
not a
chat
fan of
box up.
penis, sir.
Northern Fiddler saying he's not a fan of penis. We are now 90 bits away from another sticker party happening. Let's put the chat box back on. So just beware. That could happen again in a moment. If the symbol that's up there, it's on the side over here. You can click it and use any stickers you want. Let's get back to this quick. Again, outside the DNC, as someone else said, they're not going to come out and confront you. You're an angry mob, and you look like you're about to flick off this cop.
Had to be urgently evacuated from the building. Now that
you're asking him to come over and talk to you?
The two sides, police and these protest groups, are really pointing fingers at each other, blaming the other for escalating the situation. Capitol Police tweeting overnight.
So once again, the Middle East has come here and become the Middle East in America. The cops and the protesters are both blaming the other side for escalation. You guys are literally doing the same thing they're doing, just not with less violence. All right, I guess Deer Butch is going crazy with 10 bits at a time. Deer Butch is just screaming fuck at the screen. And then now, is it going to sit here? Is this where it is? Now we just sit there and now it's ticklingly close. We're right on the verge. 990 and just boop. Never mind, there we go. Cover this wannabe dude from Daily Wire with twerky stickers. I have to say this music's better for the twerky sticker. Geriatric Biden Knobslobber saying the DJ stream was cool for a bit, but will admit it ran its course. Yeah, we might have to do like we'll do an announcement like for a while beforehand, but we might have to do like a return to the DJ stream just like once in a while. Bring it out or something. We'll see. The screen is covered with twerkies right now. I'm trying not to look at it because it's highly mesmerizing, but also slightly off-putting. I mean, who's raising these turkeys? You shouldn't learn to do that. They're gonna stuff that badonkadonk. I just want to say, Chevy JB, I'm a fan of my penis. That is a comment I wasn't expecting to read, and it nearly killed me. Congratulations. Well, Salty saying turkeys are mean. I don't mind eating them. Yeah, turkeys are mean. They are horrible birds. But I'll say this. I'm all good with not doing the whole turkey thing. The prep, the work, the whole business. It's just a lot of work. I like go above and beyond, like under the skin compote, stuff that bird, keep it, and then you got to clean it when you're done. You got the leftover. I mean, Jesus. That turkey ass is full of juicy flavor. Oh, Dear Butch saying ham is better. And Jesse saying, you what I love you, bro. Cheers. Well, cheers to you, Jesse. I'll have ham, but I don't mind eating turkeys, says Well Salty. Pigs are so sweet. You mean sweet?
Saying 6 officers were treated for injuries ranging from minor cuts to being pepper sprayed to being punched. One person had to be arrested for assault on an officer.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that protesters pepper sprayed police officers? Should I be in favor of that? I'm kind of in favor of that. I like the idea that protesters... Oh, let's get this off the screen. Thank you again for the sticker party. Super appreciative of all the support. We'll check in on... My next pet will be a pig. What do you mean, for fuck's sake? What is for fuck's sake? Police have to be given back their balls.
Please, show me your dick!
That's nasty. You're a pervert.
Yeah, I will agree. Police do need to be able to enforce the law. I will say police do need to be able to enforce the law. Well, Salty. Being maced, for fuck's sake. I meant that. Yeah, cops being maced. But that, again, speaks to my point of these protesters being like, hey, we believe in democracy. We want our voice heard. And it's like, okay, your voice has been heard. Now off. And they're like, no, we're going to get our way no matter what. Like I said, it's weird how democracy is always the way of the world until you don't get what you want and you just say, fuck it, then I'm taking it. And it just, that's more of this happening. But like I said, I find it funny considering the tear gas and the, cops overuse their authority. Cops always, they launch tear gas at people and it's horrible. Right. Well, now apparently... protesters are pepper spraying police officers. I mean, how long until they start running in there with some bear mace and just going crazy?
And they write, quote, we appreciate our officers who kept these illegal and violent protesters back and protected everyone in the area. Now,
illegal and violent protesters. Huh. So, pepper spraying police officers, assaulting police officers, the Capitol Police, more even. You call all of these people illegal and violent protesters. How many of them are going to Guantanamo Bay? It's just really, really funny when those illegal and violent protesters also side with a political opinion you don't like, then they're treasonous insurrectionists. It's really, really weird. Why aren't these people treasonous insurrectionists? I mean, I'll give you they didn't get as far as the January 6th people, but then again, the Capitol Police was kind of encouraged to stop them here. Really, really funny how at the DNC, the Capitol Police are allowed to, prevent a crowd from getting into the building. Meanwhile, when one president's like, I don't really like how this whole transition of power thing is happening because I don't think I actually lost the election. I think it was Hanky. They're like, hey, how about we just encourage everyone to go riot on his behalf? All right. That's true. They won't touch these people who pepper sprayed the cops. Right? Because that would be anti-Semitic. They're Jewish people protesting on behalf of Israel, calling for a ceasefire with the Israel-Hamas conflict. So you can't hold them accountable. It just hurts, man. It just hurts. I literally saw oceans of cops in that video. Oceans of cops outside for a protest that was supposedly much smaller than January 6th, but also a protest that, as far as I know, was somewhat impromptu, not entirely planned. You know, not like they advertised it days and weeks before and everyone gathered at the Capitol to do it. No. All right. Okay. Right. It's just more and more in your face about how stuff looks like
the
it was
protest
set up.
groups telling a very different story. A statement from one of those groups, If Not Now, reads, quote, protesters nonviolently blocked one entrance to the DNC headquarters. Police violently attacked them, causing over 90 injuries, including being pepper sprayed, minor cuts, and dragged by the hair.
A wild rant.
All right. Yep. Good for you. All right. So, Johnny, how's it going, bud? Says Spy Pigeon. Well, we just got done discussing how a bunch of Jewish pro-Israel protesters were allowed to clash angrily with the cops. The cops were allowed to get violent. The protesters were allowed to get violent. We're allowed to call them illegal protesters, but nobody's calling for them to be arrested. Nobody's calling for, again, it wasn't an insurrection. It wasn't an assault on American freedom. Mikey Two Milk says, johnny-krutches 2024. Look, Johnny-krutches should not be in charge of anything, okay? I enjoy doing this show, spouting my opinion, watching stuff in the way I should not be in charge. I'm dumb. I'm prone to emotion. I'm prone to firing from the hip. If I was in charge and they're like, hey, these people are fighting, I'd be like, F them. I don't want to support Israel because I don't like what they're doing. I don't want to support Hamas. I don't like what they're doing. I don't live there. It ain't my country. Why do I need to stop it? At any rate, let's close this one out because we just covered it. And welcome, Spy Pigeon. Good to see you. It's wild that the LGBTQ is standing up for Palestine. Meanwhile, if they were there, they would be thrown off a roof. Yes, the LGBTQ people standing up for Palestine is kind of... Actually, was there a bit I saw on YouTube? Let's... Alrighty, we have this from Sky News. Holy shit, Alex Stein mocked it from 4 weeks ago. Again, a clip from Sky News. How come I didn't hear about Alex from Alex? Why did I not hear about this until I see the Sky News clip from 4 weeks ago? What the fuck? That's weird. Huh. Become president, switch to gold standard, spawn coins currency. 3D printer, life-size Terminator, endos for an army. Yeah, I'm sure that's all very, very doable. Right. Yeah, that just... Alrighty. Johnny-krutches, I would follow you into battle, even though I know it would be a slow march towards battle. Dude, it wouldn't be a slow march towards battle. We'd be just sitting there waiting. The protesters bucked the bridge in L.A., I think, bro. Yeah, they blocked the bridge in L.A. I think I had a story on that, too. I don't know if I have it later or not. Right. I support this notion, says Endo. It could be JFK totally did not get assassinated for trying to go back to a precious metal standard. No. He EOD 696. he didn't get assassinated for that at all. He got assassinated for daring to stand up to the alphabet agencies, and I think kind of ignoring the mafia people that helped get him in office. And they went, how about we just? I'm sure the metal standard thing didn't help, but I honestly think back then they probably didn't know where the world would go with all this. I don't know if they had that in there. JFK fell on a bullet. No. He was in a car. It was all just a random happenstance. Alrighty, so I can't find the skit that I saw before that I thought was funny. But let's go to this one from 3 weeks ago for a Sky News host slamming protesters as dimwits.
In the days following the atrocities inflicted on Israel by Hamas, the progressive left mobilized their seasoned army of protesters across the globe, waving their flags and holding their signs in support of Palestine. Students, academics, and minority groups stood in solidarity with Islamists in what Sky News All-Stars called suicidally stupid. Some view this support as compassionate and empathetic, while Sky News All-Stars Rita Panahi, Shari Markson, and Douglas Murray see it as dim-witted and hypocritical.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted them to talk. Is it just different clips of that? Never mind. Fuck it. I don't want to do this all day. Fuck that. It wasn't even part of the plan. But yes, it is dim-witted and hypocritical. You're supporting people that don't want you to support them at all. They don't believe in your rights one little bit. Well, Salty, Queers for Fears. Oh. I mean, no. Johnny for president, Aaron for vice president. There would be a loaf of bread and queso in every home. Yeah, but Aaron wouldn't want that to be a thing. He wouldn't want me to be president and him vice president. He'd be like, fuck that. I'm not going to be your second. I don't think he'd want to do any of that. I don't think he'd want any of that, even the slightest. We wouldn't even attract any attention. It would not be a good thing. Oh, the Rage Room story. Right. So, Rage Rooms. That'll be fun. I'm still opening a GoFundMe for Gays for Palestine to go to Gaza City and demonstrate. They totally will not be arrested or killed or anything. I mean, again, that's my, if I see a bunch of LGBT people like free Palestine, like go over there and tell them that. See how they feel about it. No, just tell them you believe they should be free. And, see how that goes for you. Again, I'm not saying that they're the good guys or the bad guys. No, sir. Just saying maybe you shouldn't support them. That's all. Anyways, let's move on. Owners and managers of rage rooms across the USA are warning that a growing number of customers are engaged in sexual acts within the confines of their facilities. So Johnny would accidentally hit the nuke button about 17 times. Right? Accidentally. Just so long as they all land in the right spot. Maybe if they give them rainbow-style jihadis, the Muslims will side. Nope, that still won't work. In fact, I feel like that'll only single them out more. They'll be bright and easy to spot. Alrighty, so owners and managers of rage rooms. Now, for those of you that aren't, I'm glad we can say queer again, says Well Salty. I mean, can we? Is it offensive? Is it not? I don't know. I don't have a problem with the homosexual community as long as it keeps to itself. I don't have a care to know what you're doing, and if you don't rub it in my face, I don't give a shit. You know, as long as consenting adults, none of my goddamn business. Alrighty, so rage rooms. Apparently these are a thing. I want to find one because it sounds cool. You go into a room and you get to beat the shit out of stuff with like a crowbar or an aluminum bat. Well, apparently the owners of these rage rooms, as I said, are seeing that a growing number of customers are engaging in sexual acts within the confines of their facilities. Rage rooms are we just covered this. Spaces where guests can spend time in a private room smashing various objects. Customers often come for a bachelorette or a date night and wear protective gear as they slam crowbars, baseball bats, and sledgehammers down on fragile objects. Rage rooms boomed following the COVID-19 pandemic, offer visitors a safe space to release pent-up anger. But now customers are using the venue for another type of cathartic release. Every once in a while, people do get a little handsy. I've had some customers lay down together in a room filled with broken glass, so maybe there's a danger aspect to it. Corey Holtum, the owner of Rec Room Las Vegas, told USA Today. Being in that atmosphere, it's super weird, so I think people tend to go to a primal place. So why is this, you said it's a growing trend now? Yeah, look, people are animals and they can't stop fucking, all right? As soon as they start breaking some stuff, I come to the internet to rage. Well, Salty saying, aw, still didn't go through. What didn't go through? I have no idea what we're talking about. Queer is just as effective of a word as... Okay, I'm going to just wipe that then. Just make sure that that's cool. All right. Yeah, we get it. The chat's on the screen, so that's glad that wasn't back up yet. All righty. So it's that broken plate in your pocket. Is that a broken plate in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? I mean, kind of. That's the way it is. They're kind of like, hey, how about we smash this TV and stuff? It'll be a great first date. We get to beat the crap out of stuff, and then they just start fucking like, oh yeah. Like I don't get it. The Rec Room owner said that his business typically attempts to thwart this behavior by making customers aware there is a camera in the room watching them for safety purposes. Nico Farmer, the founder of Wrecked in Carlton, Georgia, said that he had seen similar behavior at his place of business. He admitted that he has seen couples engaged in heavy petting, intense makeout sessions at least twice a month, with some stripping down to their underwear. I mean, good God. We beat the hell out of stuff, and now we have to fuck. Experts told USA Today that there may be a physiological and psychological link between intense emotions such as anger and sexual arousal. Justin Lee Miller, a research fellow with the Kinsey Institute for Research in Sex. Right, the Kinsey Institute for Research in Sex, where we go to fuck, told the outlet that both aggression and sexual behaviors activate an individual's fight or flight response, triggering adrenaline. This response increases blood flow throughout the human body, including the genitals, which may lead to sexual arousal. Belay Miller suggested that inside rage rooms, people are confusing psychological response of anger or excitement with sexual arousal, likely attributed to the fact that they are inside the room with someone they are attracted to. In other words, when the source of arousal is ambiguous, sometimes we attribute it to the person instead of the situation, she added. Sex therapist Leah Norin compared the phenomenon to other dates that may elicit arousal, such as amusement parks or haunted houses. If you look at shows like The Bachelor, where they often go on dates like bungee jumping, they seem to fall in love more easily, she said. That might be a misrepresentation of these psychological markers going on in their bodies, which would also explain why they don't last very long afterwards, because you met in this hot, spicy moment, and then you got out into the real life, and you suck. Wow, I don't like being with you at all. Like, you got to bail really hard. I mean, she snores in her sleep. She wants to have a fucking pig and a chicken in the bedroom with us, and I swear to God, she wants that pig. Alrighty. The Rumble chat's still up. We've got all the chats going. If you want to say it, we'll see it, and we'll say it. Blah, blah, blah. Fried chicken is my thing, says Declassified. I fall in love more easily at fast food chicken restaurants. I mean, yeah, food is, again, another one of those things that leads to feelings of elation, fulfillment, satisfaction that people can attribute to their date. That's hence why humans have naturally found a way to, like, hey, dating goes well over a meal, because it turns out they're like, hey, we had a really great meal, and now that means she likes me and she'll touch my penis. I just want you to like me, so you'll touch my penis. That's all I'm asking for. Alrighty. So again, rage rooms. Next time you have a date, make it great. Take her to a rage room, and maybe after she's done, she'll touch your baseball bat. This one might get interesting. I didn't tease it at all for this reason. We have a story, and I'm curious about this for a variety of reasons. But Derek Chauvin claims new evidence shows he didn't cause George Floyd's death and attempts to overturn the conviction. Chauvin is working to appeal his federal conviction in Minnesota. The former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is making another attempt to overturn his federal conviction.
No, I'm not here to please man. No.
All right, whatever. Is making another attempt to overturn his federal rights conviction in the 2020 murder of George Floyd. Chauvin, who was back in court Wednesday, is claiming that new evidence shows he didn't cause Floyd's death in Minnesota. The motion filed in courts Monday, Chauvin said he never would have pleaded guilty in 2021 if he had known about the theories of a Kansas pathologist whom he had been in contact with in February. Wait a minute, you pled guilty? You pleaded guilty, man. You kicked yourself right in the D. Chauvin is asking the judge who presided over his trial to throw out his civil rights conviction and order a new trial, or at least a hearing for him to present the new evidence. Again, dude, you pleaded guilty. Chauvin, who is serving 21-year sentence at a federal prison in Arizona, filed the request without a lawyer. Yeah, because I'm sure a lawyer would tell you this is dumb. According to the record, Chauvin says Dr. William Schatzel of Topeka, Kansas, told him that he believes Floyd died from complications of a rare tumor called a paraganglionoma that can cause a fatal surge of adrenaline. Right, and I'm sure we can just go excise his body and look at that. In his motion, Chauvin claims that no jury would have convicted him if it had heard the pathologist's evidence. No. See, again, I don't agree with that either, buddy. A jury was going to convict you no matter what, because people were too busy feeling bad for the black guy that died. So you were guilty from a jury of your peers on the jump. Like, again, this is one of those things where sometimes a jury isn't the best thing to have because they don't necessarily understand things like evidence. My fentanyl stock will go up, though. Well, at least that's, you know what? That's if, we'll just save that joke for later. Alrighty, so they would have convicted him if they heard the pathologist's evidence. Again, I think a jury is going to convict you no matter what. Federal appeals court has rejected Chauvin's request for rehearing twice, and he is still waiting for the U.S. Supreme Court to decide whether it will hear his appeal of his state court murder conviction. That's all we have on it. All righty. I am not going to watch that. I like Maggie Q, but I don't know that I want to see that. That looked like a gallon of piss that she was drinking. That is nuts. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Say he gets out. Does he go back to being a cop? Absolutely not, Angry Saxon. He gets out. He's going to go make tours and do appearances, because I guarantee you he gets out if the conviction gets overturned. I guarantee you. Fox is going to want to interview him. Hey, why don't you come over here and tell us what happened with with the whole Chauvin thing and you getting convicted and the whole Floyd, all that stuff. Again, like I said, I don't think it will. Stay calm. Don't make me release the knee. Oh, no. Declassified Crocs. Usually it's a promotion. I guarantee you the cops don't want him back on the force just from all the publicity alone. He wasn't on the guy's neck either. He was on his back shoulders. Right. We can do the arguments all day long about positioning of the knee and the fact that that George Floyd was on probably a large amount of lethal amount of fentanyl. But like I said, that whole thing, the city paid out before the court case even happened. It's almost like it was arranged that no, this is going this way. We're Minnesota and we're apologizing for systemic racism because it's automatically racist. All right. So again, he's trying to overturn his conviction. Good luck to you, but again, you do look kind of guilty when you plead guilty. Not saying you are. I'm just saying, almost zero chance of the Supreme Court touching that case. Right after everything with abortion and all that stuff. Yeah, I imagine they won't go anywhere near that. Where are we sitting at? Oh, okay, we got about an hour and a half an hour left in the show, pretty much. Let's check on this quick. See where we're at here, because again, we got to hit about $20 to make that come through the goal. This doesn't come over all the way right away though either, so that's going to be difficult. What are we looking at? We're looking at 12. Ooh. It says 12. We're close, and right. So, yeah, I don't know. I accidentally closed it. We can open it later. All right, the knee was AI generated. No, the knee was totally real. He will get out. Get his cash back from the ex-wife and buy Cup Foods. No, dude, don't buy Cup Foods. I guarantee you, if he gets out, he's leaving Minnesota. If he gets out, he's leaving Minnesota. Maybe the ex-wife and him leave Minnesota and get back together. I have no idea. But I guarantee you, if he gets out, leaving Minnesota. He is done in Minnesota. It's 4:20 somewhere, says Thorne. Well, actually, according to my clock, it's almost 4. So, says my bowl. Well, then God bless. Enjoy. Well, we have a couple of stories. They're both audio, or they're both written though, so this feels weird. We'll just do these and kick through into the third hour. A Florida man claimed he was hearing voices that told him to rob a Dollar General store twice in 2 days, according to the Marion County Sheriff's Office. On Sunday, deputies were called to the Dollar General on West Highway 26 in Ocala in relation to a commercial robbery. According to the affidavit, an employee said a man took cash from the register and fled on foot. Police report stated that while deputies were on their way to the store, they saw a man matching the suspect's description walking along Highway 326. Deputies tried to stop him, but the suspect ultimately escaped. During the investigation, police stated that the employee immediately recognized the suspect as 31-year-old Matthew Pringle and said it was the same person who robbed him 2 years ago. According to records, Pringle allegedly grabbed the employee's arm and took cash from the self-checkout register before fleeing on foot. The very next day, the affidavit stated that Pringle returned to the Dollar General location and was recognized by an employee from the alleged robbery from the day before. However, when the employee tried to call 911, the employee claimed Pringle allegedly jumped him, took the phone from his hand, and took him to the ground. According to reports, Pringle fled on foot after taking an unknown amount of cash from the register, but deputies were unable to locate him and detain him deputies were able, not unable, deputies were able to locate and detain him about a quarter mile away. During his apprehension, Pringle told officers he was hearing voices that were directing him to conduct the robberies. According to records, Pringle was arrested and charged on 2 counts of robbery, resisting an officer without violence, and hindering, delaying, or preventing communication with a law enforcement officer of a crime in progress. So, did the voices really make him do it? Are we thinking or was that his excuse? Thorn saying you need to watch that and heed their warning. Well, salty at Thorn. What is this?
Have you been smoking?
Oh, pot will kill you. I'll play this. This is 1 minute and 59 seconds long.
Have you been smoking marijuana?
Marijuana is illegal, I know that.
That's right.
For now. In a couple of years, things may change when all the kids grow up and start wearing ties and going to the polls. Marijuana's going to be like liquor, packaged and taxed and sold right off the shelf.
I doubt it, Mr. Shipley.
Look, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but it seems to me there must be better things for cops to do than chase down...
I mean, he is half right. It does kind of get there, but it takes a while.
wild rumors about something as innocent as marijuana. Why don't you go after the big bad guys, the heroin peddlers? I won't argue with you about them. They should be stopped.
That's right. We'd like to put them out of business. That's why we're here.
What do you mean?
We're trying to keep them from getting a new customer.
There's a big difference between marijuana and hard narcotics.
Yeah, but it's only a small step.
And everybody who takes a drink is going to be an alcoholic. We know that's not true, don't we? Let's face it, we're on opposite sides of the fence and there's nothing we can do about it. For you, if there's a law against it, it's wrong, black and white. I just don't see things that way, that's all.
Well, you ought to give it a try, fella. It might keep you out of jail.
Maybe, but we'll change the law someday, even though your friend here thinks we won't.
All right, this is just getting boring. All righty, it was 100% worth sharing with all. I just saw this episode. Oh, no. I agree with the kid 100%. Oh. Oh, but this did predict a lot, says Well Salty. I mean, yeah, it did predict a lot. But either way, it was a fun little divert. We had a fun little moment with it. Why not? We're, again, wrapping up our second hour with with several videos and clips and stuff, or several stories and a video. And I prefer MASH, where people actually die. I mean, that's funny, but ouch. I mean, again. Okay. Was he talking the show, or at any rate, Saint Jesus Lord Lionheart Floyd? The people on that jury were scared of what would happen if he didn't get convicted. Again, like I said, so many people had already made up their mind that this man was guilty, that a jury of your peers is either through pressure or belief only going to see him as guilty. It's all it's ever going to be, regardless of what other people might think. Actually, what are we on here? There we are. So Pringle. It's an awfully interesting last name. Apparently, once he popped, he couldn't stop. Where is our picture? Let's just let's do it this way. For those of you curious, this is our Florida man in question. Let's pop over to the video here. Here's our off the screen. Here's our lovely Mr. Pringle. Looks more like a barbecue Pringle guy. Yep, that's about as funny as that was. Anyways, so it's really, really, really funny that you kept going to the same store and we don't have any. Did they say nope? No, nobody even mentioning if they're looking into whether or not this dude's legit crazy or just kind of nuts. All right. Which one is this? Oh, the Ramaswamy one. Okay, so recently Trump referred to people on his political opponents and people in the government as vermin and saying root out vermin. And immediately after doing that, everyone on the left declared that Nazi rhetoric and him Hitler. And so because CNN and all the news agencies are so ball-bustingly addicted to Trump, they can't get through the day without, saying something about him. Even when they're talking to, like, Vivek Ramaswamy, they've got to make it about Trump. Vivek Ramaswamy pretty much, once again, like I said, if he is the World Economic Forum's, like, aim at crushing America or whatever and all that shit, then they're probably going to win. Because in my opinion, all Ramaswamy has to do is either run for president if Trump can't, and if Trump can, just end up being his VP. And then literally, Trump only gets one more term. You get to ride the Trump coattails into your own term. The way you say Ramaswamy. Is it not Ramaswamy? Ramaswamy? Is it Ramaswamy? Ramaswamy. Ramaswamy. I love the fact that his first name's Vivek. That's the one where I was all like, yeah. But at any rate, I like Ramen Shwami. Oh, I like ramen too. Love ramen. Alrighty, so let's look at, let me get this right. Massage the chords. Ramaswamy dealing with CNN.
They live like vermin. Do you believe that that is, as your Republican colleague Chris Christie has said, neo-Nazi rhetoric?
This is a classic mainstream media move. Pick some individual phrase of Donald Trump, focus on literally that word without actually interrogating the substance of what's at issue.
The word was chosen for a reason.
We are in the middle of a cultural war in this country.
The word was chosen for a reason.
It's actually describing a series of behaviors. You have Antifa and other related groups that have been burning down cities for the last 3 years in this country.
Would you describe them as vermin?
Wildly violating the rule of law. We have an invasion on our southern border. We have millions of people crossing our southern border. Let's talk about the substance of why we have to recognize that we're not in ordinary times.
Would you use that language yourself?
The verb in
She won't. Will you use that language yourself? Again, I know you're ignoring what I'm saying, but I'll ask the question again. But isn't it? Would you say Nazi stuff? You're looking very, very dumb right now, ma'am. I'm just saying. I'm almost embarrassed to be on the screen because of the burning that's happening here.
Or not is not what's important. Well, I haven't used that language. So you can look at my track record on the campaign trail. I talk about the issues. We all talk about them differently. But what I'm not going to do is play some game of focusing on some word that somebody else said without ignoring entirely the substance of what we're actually talking about. A border crisis of historic proportion. Economic stagnation we haven't seen in 50 years. A national identity crisis and a loss of national pride in the next generation that's potentially existential for this country. Let's talk about our dependence on China. Today we're actually talking about Xi Jinping, picking on Donald Trump's word vermin to talk about that status quo. You know what's vermin? What's running around San Francisco on a given day before Gavin Newsom cleaned it up on a dime to roll out the red carpet for Xi Jinping. If he could do that for Xi Jinping, he could have done it on an ordinary day, and yet we're here sitting talking not about the substance of that, but on one word that Donald Trump said in some speech in Miami. This is what's wrong with the mainstream media. Focus on the substance and let's have an actual policy debate rather than talking to a presidential candidate instead of the policy substance of what's actually going on in the country, picking on some word that Donald Trump said on a certain day and asking me for comment on it. Give me a break.
Again, that's what they do. That's what they want for the clicks and the likes, and they got them. They got the clicks and the likes. they got a burning. And again, it's again, I don't fucking love me some Vivek, says EOD 696 Danger Bear Wolf Terror. America, bitch. I mean, again, what was it? Yo, bitch. That one's just a fun one. I have to get that on a button so I can play it freely. This is why I had to stop obsessing on the news as well, Salty. Is that true? He only cleaned up Cali for that dude's visit? He cleaned up part of San Francisco for that dude's visit. Yeah. Well, Salty. Whoa, she needs a better week.
That language, they live like vermin.
All right, yep, let's go clear that out. I don't know. Is that a weave? I have no idea. I have no idea. But either way, Ramaswamy socking it to her was kind of nice. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And it ultimately, like I said, it ultimately led to not much of anything. But I think Ramaswamy is going to go for VP. He probably did it for the meeting, knowing it would go back to normal in a couple of days. Yes, Toastmaster. Because again, like a lot of people have said, it's almost like Gavin Newsom wants California to turn into a shithole because it was again, a big, bustling, proud American state a couple of years ago. Anyways, let's get into... Speaking of American states, just, I don't know, like, show of hands. How many, and tax funded? Yeah, well. How many people think Alaska's an island? My wince might have given it away. Raw salami, don't eat it. That will give you food poisoning. Then they run to my state, and now my state is purple, says Well Salty. Yep. They fuck it up, then they flee, and they say, hey, it can't be me. It couldn't be everything I believe that turned this place to shit. It just went to shit. If I go somewhere where it isn't shit and I put my ideals in place, that place won't turn into the same place I just left. How could it? How could it? All right. So this story from Business Insider. One woman I don't want to be inside. Oh! Sometimes people take the wrong lesson and really just double down on stupid. Ever since Canada sank into the Arctic Ocean, yes, Alaska is an island. Yeah, most of us are pretty well aware. It's a mainland state off the edge of Canada. It's got a few islands, but... An American woman said she was shocked, clutches my pearls, shocked, to learn that Alaska isn't actually an island, calling for an overhaul of the school curriculum. While Canadians were left baffled, many Americans said they made the same mistake. This is insulting. Some people point out that Alaska is shown as an island on the U.S. map, which causes confusion. No, we just show it as, because we can't show Canada that's not part of America. When we show a map of the 50 states, that's the state of Alaska. But don't worry, it didn't sink that far because the earth is flat. Thank you, Master Meeple. Not even, no one even speaks English in them. Where is that? Wisconsin? What? I don't know if Well Salty's in Wisconsin. A woman said that she was shocked. Yep. Canadians were left baffled, right? Some people pointed out. Yes, those are the things we're talking about. A woman said she was shocked to discover that Alaska is not an island and that it is possible to drive to it during a conversation with her Canadian boyfriend. In a video posted on October 26th, TikToker Sabrina Aber asked people not to call her a stupid American. Oh no.
Before you call me a stupid American, I just need you to hear me.
All right, guys. Before I I don't have TikTok, so I won't be following you, ma'am. Before I press play, let me just do this. Let's do this. I'd say maybe get comfy if you can. Prop up the phone or whatever in a nice viewing place. And let me ask if you are ready to spend the next 3 to quasi 4 minutes at the very least listening to this lady explain her point of view. The American education system has failed me.
Before you call me a stupid American, I just need...
American has nothing to do with it. Try a little closer to home. Maybe it's your gender. You have seen pictures of the globe. You've seen pictures of the continents. These things exist in the world. You've seen these things. Yet somehow, you always equate it to being an island. But Canada won't let you over the border. No, there's actually a road you can take that goes all the way up to Alaska. You have to go through Canadian border checks and stuff, but I believe you can just drive straight to Alaska.
Need you to hear me out, okay? I was 18 years old dating my Canadian boyfriend, and he was telling me all about where he's worked in Canada, and the topic of Alaska came up, and I was like, wait a minute. You can drive to Alaska?
We're fucked, guys. This is the future generation. This is the future generation. I would like to now play for you. I'm sorry. I have no excuses. I have no sympathy for this. There is no excuse. You've seen the way the world looks on a globe. These things are possible because, quite frankly, anyone can get access to them. They're not hidden. So you if I asked you to tell me which continent Russia is in, you'd be able to point it out, right? Like on a world map. But then if I said point to Alaska, you wouldn't be able to do it because you don't know where the island of Alaska is located. I'm not saying as a young person you can't make this mistake. I'm saying even at the age she's explaining it, when she's getting... And of course, she's only set right when there's a guy involved. Tell me I'm wrong.
And I was like, wait a minute. You can drive to Alaska? I have questions. I have so many questions for the U.S. education system, okay? I graduated high school with A's and B's. I was a good student. This is absolutely...
This is called you being dumb. This is called you being unable to simply comprehend the alignment of the state of Alaska with everything else. It's right next to Hawaii. Yeah, dude, it's right next to Hawaii. I just, again, the part that I love about this, she's an idiot who made a general assumption because of stupidity and immediately goes, it's the education system's fault that I wasn't smarter.
Absolutely criminal. The list of things that I didn't know about Canada, about the United States, about geography as a whole, it's just appalling. It's criminal.
Right, because you can't look up any of that stuff on your own ever. You can't find any... I'll even go even further down than that. You guys know the shows where, You ever see a show where they go from one place to another, or like say, here's an example, Deadliest Catch. They'll show people going up to Alaska. The plane will fly over there. The island of Alaska is still attached to Canada, and you get to. I'm having trouble feeling like this does not get better. At no point has anyone literally. How does mail work for Alaska? Asking for a friend. Well, I mean, technically, even if it was an island, there is Kodiak Island, Alaska, says Fishy. Right, there are islands associated with Alaska, but here, for example, let's minimize. And again, she's a TikToker. There's a surprise, a TikToker. But again, it's the American education system's fault. It's the American education system's fault that she couldn't Google Alaska. Alaska? All right, I Googled Alaska, okay? Ready for a mind-blowing thing? I Googled Alaska. Look at the picture that we have right here. Oh, fuck me. It went away. Does that picture come back? Oh, it is. It's right there. It's right there. And we'll bring the chat box back, too. It's right here. So it takes, again, very little effort to see, Alaska, America. And I don't know if you know this or not, but if you were to see Alaska as a state without this body here, you're telling me that an island has a completely flat side? So what this side of Alaska is just what? The beach? What? Again, I don't feel bad for you. This is not the American education system's fault. The information was provided to you. You were just too dumb to absorb it properly, and you never conflicted it or challenged it, ever. And it wasn't until someone entered your life and went, no, you're a dumb bitch. This is how this works. And you went, oh. Did you know you can see Russia from Alaska? Oh, God. I hate you even more. By which I mean Sarah Palin. All right, so let's go back to this lady, Sabrina _Abri. Yep, subscribe. See what other amazing things that she learns.
I know what you're thinking. You just must be stupid. You just must not know geography. It must be a you thing. No, it's a U.S. thing. Elise Myers on TikTok also mentioned that she had this realization.
Oh my God, another girl on TikTok is also completely stupid about geography. Color me shocked. You don't even hear the arguments against yourself. You must be saying you're stupid or it's a you thing. No, I found another girl on TikTok and she thinks just like me. Yes, you proved that dumb women on TikTok are not a one-off. Congratulations. Dear Butch saying you can't drive to the state capital of Alaska. You can't drive to Anchorage, Alaska. All right, then. Just because you can't drive there, I mean, maybe not like legally, but like physically you could drive there. Do you have to use a dog sled to get there? No, you can get there by plane, train, or automobile. And I'm guessing on the automobile one, it's going to have to be like a bus thing or something. I don't know how that would work, but Anchorage is a big city. Okay. Wow, imagine if you actually paid attention in school instead of carrying God, I hate this icon. I can't read my chat thing. Is there a way to get rid of this? I need to turn off the emotes on my chat. I want to turn them off on mine. I don't. Timestamps, mod activity. No, I wanted. Nah. Alrighty, so it's everyone else's fault that I'm stupid, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not. That sussy was sucking Paul's dick. Right, again. And like I said, you don't understand. You want an accredited person, someone who's learned, and if she is, that's a bad mark for her. Immediately going to your lady friend on TikTok is not helpful.
Best thing. Elise Myers on TikTok also mentioned that she had this realization in adulthood. Her comments are overflowing with people, adults, that have had the same realization after graduating high school. What? I'm going to tell you why I genuinely think this is happening to people, because although the curriculum obviously needs some help, we need a good revision, an overhaul of the entire curriculum at this point. This is the map that we studied in 8th grade world geography when we went over the US of A, okay? We did Canada, a complete separate unit, and obviously they need to be put side by side. We need to understand them in reference to each other. And before you're like, Sabrina, you really think that it's an island down by Hawaii? No. I know that Alaska is cold. Everybody knows that Alaska is cold. I know that it was northern, okay? I know that this section of land is northern. But did I know that it was connected by land? No, I did not.
No, I did not know that. So you thought that Alaska was, and let me be clear here, you thought that Alaska was, let me go back a second. I wish I could zoom this in.
I know that. While we're here, because I already embarrassed myself thus far, let's go over some other beliefs I have.
Oh, believe me, I want to do that. I really, really do. You thought that an island had that perfect of a landmass. So Alaska was, quote, the only island in human history to have a completely flat side. No bumps, no edges, no erosions, no holes, no water tearing away, no rivers, nothing. An island with a completely flat side. And yes, in American geography, you might have covered this stuff. But did you ever cover the continents as a whole? I mean, it doesn't take too much brain power to go, well, wait a minute, if Alaska's an island, where's the island of Alaska? Have you never seen pictures of the North Pole? Have you never seen pictures of, again, you type it into Google and they do the stupid part for you with putting it on the landmass. Sorry, I was wrong. It's Juneau, Alaska. Juneau, Alaska is the capital. Right? I didn't think Anchorage, Alaska was the capital. Propaganda works so good on kids because they just stop asking questions after a while. Where is the 51st state? I don't know where the 51st state is. We don't have one. My city used to be known for having the charm of a small town. The Andy Griffith Show used to talk about us all the time. Well, that's awesome. The flat side is butt up against the edge of the flat earth, says Master Meatball. Like I said, the problem I have with this is that you buy this and then again, you can't look at any picture of the world and never ever question where the island with the flat side is. Where's the Alaska island? Ever. Not just in, all right, moving outside of the internet, any TV shows. Did you ever watch The Big Bang Theory? I mean, good God, there are so many places where you... This is, again, you taking this, solidifying it as fact, and never bothering to check up on it. It's not anyone's responsibility to teach you. We were taught there were 7 continents, right? And we learn about islands and things all the time. You've never seen a news story where they talk about Anchorage, Alaska. Anywhere that they do a zoom in on Anchorage, Alaska, or any part of Alaska where they go to it, you ever notice that it's connected to something? No other island, continent, landmass, human history, flat side. The Earth is a pyramid shape, says Declassified Crocs. Oh, great. So wait, would Ukraine and Israel our 52nd and 53rd state since we pay for them too? No. See, Ukraine bought Joe Biden, so that's why we're paying for Ukraine. Israel, well, you see what happened there was and boom, that's how you get Israel. I think we solved it. Alrighty, so we choose truth over facts. What? Chicago is the deep state. Look at their pizza. All right, I want to know what other stupid crap this lady believes. Because, again, the whole Alaska is an island thing. Wait, let me ask you a question. I have a question, just bearing on your argument of Alaska is an island because you didn't realize it was attached to a landmass because nobody told you. So wait a minute, you thought America was an island then? So you understood the fact that America was part of the North American continent and that below Texas, Arizona, California, below that was the Central American continent? With, the Central American governing cities and governments and words I can't place. So you realized that, but you couldn't equate flat line borders with a flat line border and think maybe this was attached to something up. Evidently, there are no world maps in these schools. Or globes. Again, this lady is talking about how her and her friend had this revelation on TikTok. It's not like you had a phone you could look this up on.
Alaska is cold. I know that it was northern, okay? I know that this section of land is northern, but did I know that it was connected by land? No, I did not know that. While we're here, because I already embarrassed myself thus far, let's go over some other beliefs I had before the age of 18. I thought that Maine was all coastal, other than the part that was connecting to New Hampshire, of course, but all coastal. You're just gonna...
Again, look at the picture proving you wrong. This is not hard to find. This is not hard to find. And I know for a fact, before you're 18, before you graduate high school, you have to be able to, you at some point were taught this information about Canada and the United States relative to the world. Is she stupid or is she stupid? She's incredibly stupid because she's this dumb and she's arguing that the education system is what failed her. No. You're dumb to think that flat land borders are a thing that you understood that Canada was up here, that Mexico was down there, but somehow this flat border, that flat border, that flat border, that flat border, those don't make sense. No, this is an island because, again, it just happens to be flat. This is almost entirely flat, but it has a few dips in it, but yep, relatively flat. No, the perfect flat line. Weird. Yeah. No, it's just floating out there like that. God just cuts in perfect, flat, 90-degree lines and no problem with it whatsoever. If it was an island, it's big enough where it would be its own country or continent. Exactly. Canada also isn't small. I am guessing that because, again, of the map, she doesn't understand that there was a size difference. I bet she thinks Hawaii's accurately represented on that map. Hawaii ain't that big, baby. Hawaii's a lot smaller.
Throw this at me at age 18, like Maine is not all coastal. This leads me to my next rant. As somebody who now lives in Canada, I have resided in Canada for 3.5, 4 years now.
You're home with your fellow idiots. ladies and gentlemen, for the future of humanity, if you think you have a stupid child, spay and neuter your children. Shrinkage. No shame for Hawaii. Thank you. All right, so now let's go back because I interrupted you because you're upsetting me. So again, you moved to Canada, and it's, again, the American education system's fault for you being incredibly stupid. Go.
Resided in Canada for 3.5, 4 years now. I did not know anything about Canada. For starters, nobody told me it was this fucking big. And Alaska, that's freaking massive. That's not as small as it was on the US map. I thought Texas was bigger than Alaska.
Ma'am, did you ever look at even one other map? There are these handy things on maps. They're called a scale to represent size, so you can understand distance represented in an illustration. This is literally, again, you refusing to bother looking into any of this information even a little bit. I could forgive the Alaskan size. I could forgive the size thing a little bit. The flat borders one is one that is incredibly hard for me to forgive for one simple reason. You do not see any landmass anywhere on any depiction that has a perfectly flat side. It never happens. Spoiler alert, Mother Nature doesn't deal in flat. Things are bumpy, things are rough, things are rounded, but nothing is ever flat. I don't have anything. The closest we get to flat is Oregon. The closest we get to flat is Oregon. And even then, there's a bend. Right in here, there's a bend. Is Alaska 900 miles wide? But he tried to explain inflation to me. What? Alrighty. Anyways, so again, the Moron Club is very, very accurate. Mexico is our 51st state, and Alberta our 52nd. That's good to know. 2,400 miles wide. Fuck, says Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. Yeah, it's pretty big. But again, like I said, she's showing an awfully, how shall we say, flattering picture of America. Because again, no scales on these to represent miles for size. Because again, if you paid attention to the scales that are on almost all of these pictures, I hate how this is the only, apparently the only image they gave you in your school for America, the world. This idea that the education system failed you. No. The education system has failings, but the education system did not fail you, because this is a place where that information, I guarantee you, was presented to you, but you were too dumb to look at all the information, probably because you were more obsessed with posting videos on TikTok.
I guess I'm just constantly in awe now. Last time I was
pictures like this are inundated, and as someone who looks at the news all the time, this is not surprising to me at all. This is, again, something that if you use the internet, you could see in so many ways, for so many things. Again, you are the dumb one here. It's not the education system this time. I would love to bash on the education system. The education system has a lot of things to correct, but the idea that you thought Alaska was an island and Maine was a peninsula is entirely because you're dumb. Well, she's only had this 1980s neon-colored map. Right, that's the other problem I have with this. You live in the modern world where you grew up with one of these. Forget a phone. You grew up with a smartphone. You grew up with a phone that could Google stuff all day long. And you at no point At no point did you learn. Oh, God, Russia and Alaska are scary close. Look at that island right there. At no point did you learn that this was attached to this and this. But America is the North American continent. If I asked you on a globe to point to the North American continent, you could point to North America, which includes Canada and Alaska. You could point to that, but then if I said, well, where is the USA in North America? What? If you got to 18 with that belief structure, that ain't the education system. That's what we call low IQ.
In Utah, my 45-year-old uncle goes, how are you liking living in Vancouver? Knowing I live in Canada, right? I go, it's great. We love it so much. And he goes, have you made your way out to, British Columbia yet? I can't make this shit up, okay? And let me just translate that.
British Columbia is part of Canada. You're in Vancouver. British Columbia. Have you made your way out to British Columbia yet? British Columbia is over here. It's part of Canada. What? How is that a burn on him? How is that a burn on him? Have you made your way out to British Columbia? Another part of Canada. If someone moved to Canada, I wouldn't be weird for asking them if they visited other parts of Canada. If someone from Canada moved to Minnesota and said, hey, I'm moving to the U.S., and I called and asked them, hey, have you made it out to Vegas yet? I can't make this up. No, that's a part of America. Now that you're there, maybe you visit other parts. Good God, you're dumb. And she probably has more followers than me and is probably way more successful than me. And that's what burns deep inside. Because I'm sitting on what, like a $10 goal? $10 goal to knock out the day to make it through the world. And you're living large in California, or no, you're living large in Canada when I swear to God, without your internet to help you learn things, you are too dumb to live. How did you make it this far?
That to you if you're American and you don't understand how ridiculous that is. How do you like living in LA? Oh, it's great. Thank you for asking. Have you made your way out to California yet?
So Vancouver is in British Columbia? Is that it? Is British Columbia where Vancouver is located? I now need a map of Canada because I'll admit I don't know Canada well enough. Did I just do a huge rant and she was right? Let's see. Let's look. I thought British Columbia was on the west or on the east coast. British Columbia, Canadian province, British Columbia. Oh, so never mind. She lives in British Columbia. I take it back. I'm dumb. So yeah. Do you live in that state? Have you made it to British Columbia? All right, that is dumb. I take it back. I'm an asshole. And now I just made a big of ass of myself as she did. All right, yeah, Vancouver. Let's look up Vancouver. I thought it was in British Columbia. Vancouver, Canada, city in British Columbia. There's that. Let's look at this. I mean, Vancouver is located here. Vancouver is located here. It's located on the mainland. I mean, if you had it on the island, maybe we'd have something. But no, Vancouver is located right here. Vancouver is located right there. So she does have a point. She has 1 point to stand on. So, I mean, she has that. He probably meant it she gone to the mainland. It's on the mainland. It's literally on the mainland. It's barely, it's like it juts out. It's not actually a river. Or that's a river, I should say. It's not actually an island. It juts out, but it is on the mainland. So, I mean, she has a point for the Vancouver one. But yeah, great. you're telling me that your uncle's dumb too. I mean, I made a mistake jumping on. At least I understood the point of like it's in there, but yeah, all right, fine. But so he doesn't know the exact geography. Does he know that the continents are attached? Again, I feel like you're weird for criticizing people when you didn't realize that continents. There's 7 continents in the world, okay? There's 7 continents in the world. How do you square that with the way you shape everything?
The list fucking goes on. What I did not know about Canada, but now I reside in Canada, so I've had to learn. These are called provinces, not states. They pronounce the letter Z, Z. And real quick, I know everyone's gonna say, did you not look at a globe? Listen, I did not think I needed to look at a globe to confirm whether or not my school curriculum was correct. I don't know.
No. It's not about looking at it to confirm whether your school curriculum's correct. It's about if you're following your school curriculum, a globe would then confront you with information that doesn't make sense believing what you believe. It's about, have you ever seen a picture and you'd be like, wait, that can't add up. Jesus, this hurts.
I guess I'm just really frustrated because now, as an American that's married to a Canadian, he takes every opportunity to make fun of my lack of competence surrounding geography. Actually know everything, culture, history, religion. My husband knows more about U.S. history than I know about U.S. history.
All right, so yes, there's probably a lot of truth to that, but that's because the education system is entirely concerned with pushing woke agendas. And if we gave you all of the information, we'd have to talk about the unawesome stuff like the slavery and things like that and the Civil War, and we'd have to talk about when we were hateful to this or hateful to that. Right. He's more intelligent than you, but you're both going to die from a horrible, horrible medical system. But again, him being more intelligent than you isn't about him being Canadian. I would argue that there are men in this country that know more about American history than you do, and it's not because of your school. Damn, chat is slow, says Mr. Q. I'm sorry. Sometimes the chat slows up a bit. I don't control these things. Wait, yeah, no, the chat did slow down. Vancouver is in British Columbia. Yeah. All right. All righty. So, different cultures exist. I will admit, the education system now is way worse than it was before. But again, if you grew up thinking that everything you were taught was just the way it was, and you never once thought, this is why we need to teach people critical thinking. People need to realize, oh, I've been given some information. I should make sure that that's accurate.
It's just appalling. Don't say I don't have anything going for me, okay? Good thing I know how to find X, and I know the quadratic formula, the periodic table of elements, my shit. I know how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on a recorder. Dinosaurs?
Oh, go blow yourself out a hole. I know how to play Mary Had a Little Lamb on a recorder. I can solve for the quadratic of X. Yes, a lot of basic shit. Congratulations. You can do all that. But you can also do that and still be, listen to me, hear me. I know it sounds hurtful, but this is true. I am one of these people. I was in honors physics. I took honors biology. I am an advanced placement science student in high school and college. And guess what I am also? Stupid as hell. I don't know a lot of stuff about American history. I made a complete ass of myself with that geography thing there, but I know that that is not the fault of the education system. It's my fault for not taking the time to put a little bit more of that knowledge in me. And I'm also still smart enough to realize I've been shown continents. So if America is part of the continents, it has to fit in some way, shape, or form. Again, it's just like you were given all these pieces to a puzzle, and you went, oh my God, that doesn't make sense. How does that work? Fit them together and find out. Wow, Nova Scotia is an island. Yeah, and this lady is probably banking a lot more on her looks.
I can name name every single one of those suckers and everything that they eat, their diet. I know more about their diet than I know about my diet. You know what? I've got to be grateful that I know all of the important and relevant information to existing nowadays with the rest of the world. Things like, I don't know, all 46 presidents in order. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison. I know how to drop an egg and not break it.
And there I give you the problem with society. She has been confronted with the fact that she is ignorant, and opposed to going, I need to try harder, to learn more, to do better. She goes, you know what? F that. I can name all the presidents in order, and I can drop an egg without breaking it. And let's forget the other skill that you bank on a lot. It involves your ability to apply pressure with your mouth. Oh! Alrighty. So there's that. Holy crap, that rant. Holy crap. That rant just took me to about 15 minutes to the end of the show. Good God, that lady really went the distance. I didn't get into the third hour because of that chick. I think that could be a problem. I might have been on that bit a little too long. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the show situation, and we're going to have to make a hard call on what we do going forward. So first we got to pull up the old thing with the stuff, and look at that. Look at that. Boom, creator dashboard. Analytics. The only AI I know. Analytics. All right, so that's still saying 12. So like maybe we hit 15. The other 5. So we're like 5 away. I don't know, man. Like 5 away from overtime. In the next 15 minutes, if we see little stuff float through, we'll consider it. But we might be running out of time. Let's load our third hour stories. Pull the audio down. I'm sorry. And get our third hour stories loaded. We have a couple. In fact, I think I know what I'm going to talk about for the end of our third hour stories, just off of what we have to start with, and then figure out where we're at. Then we load this, that. You know, that's probably going to be more than enough stuff to do the end of the show, even if we go into overtime. All righty. Again, 100 bits from Let's Fill Some Holes. Thank you very much. Saint Caesar saying, sorry for not chatting. I'm playing Mario Maker on my stream deck while watching this bitch can go fuck herself. Yeah, like I said, for me it's the flat lines thing, the flat borders thing. It just, that one's the one that gets to me the most.
Please, show me your dick!
That's nasty. You're a pervert.
Thank you very much, Trucker 18 Wheeler, for the 50 bits. We'll see how we do here. Alrighty. That must be really frustrating. What must be really frustrating? I kind of feel bad for her husband. I mean, I'm sure it's great right now. All right, so now Trucker 18 Wheeler dropping 2 twerkies has got us close to a hype train. If we get one more bit or 100 bits or subscription from another person, a hype train will happen. Thank you very, very much.
I'm gonna get a rash, a pussy rash.
So, yeah, no. I think right now it's probably cute. It's endearing. She's dumb. I mean, she's not completely stupid. Like she pointed out, she has intelligence. But that's the problem. She has some intelligence and just assumes that she has a lot of intelligence. But if you notice, that video proved one thing very, very clearly. She definitely has confidence. You see the brush and walk off thing? Like, I don't need your shit. I can drop an egg without breaking it. Like, really? You can drop an egg without breaking it? Do you need to add a whole bunch of shit to it? Because then, quite frankly, that's a challenge a lot of us can solve. Thank you, Trucker 18-Wheeler, for the Nugget Army stickers. Spoiler alert, he already is. What, dropping eggs without breaking them? Why does this omelet taste like the morning after pill? No idea. No idea. Maybe I'm just a bad cook. But Johnny, she's an A and B student. Right. You have A's and B's. And you just assume that means you know everything. Mexico is our... Yep, we covered that one. Nova Scotia is an island. Thank you. I'm learning so much. Nova Scotia is an island. That's the one I was confusing for British Columbia. Right? At least...
Guess what? I got a fever.
Oh, there goes the hype train.
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver 10 too. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes a train!
I can't do it. Can't blow smoke rings. Oh, God, I wish I could, though. That'd make that part better. Let's get a cowbell for Lag Blast with that gifted sub, putting us at 70% of level 1 of Hype Train. Ayo! All right. Let's fill some holes. If too many people move to Alaska, it could tip over. What do you mean it could tip over? What state are China and Ukraine with how much money you have given them? So St. Caesar. Oh, we went through that earlier. They're not ours. We are giving them money because, again, they bought our president. And that's why China and Ukraine get all that support. Well, China's been buying our debt, actually. So China's just been buying us piece by piece. Lab Glass saying you're welcome. Thank you, Lab Glass. Well, Salty jumping in on the party with 17 bits. Thank you, Well, Salty. Just like Guam, says let's fill some hole. I'm going to say if we get into or through 2, we're going to consider that definitely good. I'm going to say into 2, we'll probably consider that more than good. I might be able to just do the show till 5:30 anyway, because, I mean, we'd have to be ending in a few minutes, and we're on the hype train. It's technically a hostage hype train, the return of those. It is a hostage hype train. I'm out of water. So now I have to do the show and the controlled burn dry. That's going to suck. Where's the lighter? Here we go. Fuck it. We have a hype train going. I'm going to just, I was a couple bucks short on yesterday. I'm going to give this a go and say maybe we're a couple bucks short today. With that gifted sub, is it overtime?
Pride 100.
We're doing overtime. We'll see if it squares out. It may not. It didn't quite yesterday. I said yesterday it would all add up, it would all square out, and I was off by a few bucks. But I'm willing to take that bet again. Have a beer, says St. Caesar. I don't have one on hand, otherwise I would. You know what I've got on hand? I got a wee bit of ye old I got a wee bit of ye old apple pie. Here we go. It's getting awfully sludgy at the bottom. $77%, a minute and a half left. If you want to contribute to the show today, I would appreciate it. That is one way you can do it right there on Twitch. We also have the PayPal Stream YouTube, PayPal Stream link, Streamlabs, PayPal Streamlabs and Venmo links in the chat. let's keep going with the show. Again, we're gonna book it. We're gonna do overtime. We're gonna talk about a couple of things that I definitely wanted to get into. This first one that I want to talk about right now, we'll start with this. Rory McIlroy's ball lodges in the lap of a spectator at the World Tour Championship. And I don't, did they have a video of it? We have pictures. I'd like to see a video. Nope, we don't have any. All right, so I got to see if there's no way that this didn't land on YouTube somewhere. Again, the idea that at the World Championship, you hit a ball and it lands in a spectator's lap. I mean, do you have to play it where it lies? Beer Friday tomorrow, Johnny. I don't know about beer. I could maybe see about. I can't. I don't know that I can afford that. I got to be honest. I'm not. Finances are tight. And that's an expenditure. Let's look. Golf ball. No. Masters Championship. So. Masters ball land
Uni 100.
Golf ball lands in a fan's shirt. It's from 2 years ago. Lands in a fan's pocket. Rory McIlroy's had a golf ball land in people's clothing before. So this is almost weird. All right. Rory. Mick.
Uni 100 Uni 1 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 Uni 1.
I'll just keep looking.
Uni 1 Uni 1 Uni 1 Uni 1.
Thank you, Trucker 18-Wheeler. I found my clip. It's 3 minutes long. I don't know. We need all that. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle. You broke it. You broke it. And under the title of today's show, if you broke it, you have to bone it. God damn it. Is the audio of Aaron having sex? No, not at all. Anyways, let's get over here to this. Here's McIlroy hitting a ball, landing in a lady's lap. I gotta say this. Why does this golf course look like shit? This golf course looks like crap.
Just gently up the hill. Semi-blind tee shot. They're only really seeing the top third of the flag.
All right, I can hear dirt and stuff like hitting.
Ooh, that'll be a tricky up and down, even if he gets a good lie from there. 4 under, 22 under par. That's where Rory McIlroy's ball is.
All right, so now her ball, his ball has landed in her lap. She's trying not to laugh. She's trying not to make the ball roll. Because what if, again, as is its nature, what if the ball heads for the hole? I never thought I'd be chipping one off a black lady today. That's certainly a new. She's had lots of balls on her face, but few on her legs. Couldn't she just open her legs and stand up? Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, fire the landscaper. Also Danger Bear Wolf Turtle, play it where it sits. Johnny Chimpo, it's in the deep rough. Couldn't she just open her legs and stand up? I actually think, you know what? That's That's not a bad idea. Couldn't she just open her legs and stand up? And then he deals with the ball roll. Once again, where his ball lands is up to her. She has too much control over men's balls. Definitely a sand wedge. Well, you can't use a wedge, that's for sure. They outlawed those clubs a long time ago. Ah, right. Why did the ball land there? That is a good question. One person positing a theory that, in fact, it was because she was...
I was fixing my coochie lips.
Hey, is that his ball there?
I was fixing my coochie lips.
Oh.
It's not my bag. That's not a bag. That's my fucking coochie lips hanging out.
No, that's a golf ball.
Referee.
She's not allowed to move the sunglasses either? I like how we're all laughing at this. Are people like silently hoping that he accidentally hits her? Like, what's so funny? This could go horribly wrong. What if he still winds up and just clocks her in the face? Just nails her. That would be horrible. Yeah, everybody, get your photos and your pictures. When's the last time you saw a black lady with white balls on her? Oh, no. Danger Bear Wolf Turtle going, oh my God, she's missing a tooth. I feel like she could be missing a lot more if that swing goes wrong. Hand me my coochie iron. Ma'am, can you lay down for me, please? I know how this is going to sound, but I'm only here for my ball. Sweet Jesus, I don't know if a half hour is going to be enough time for this. We have the most beautiful situation in the world. And I do want to see, what do you mean one tooth? Let's go back to the one tooth that she's missing. No. That is not a missing tooth. That is simply a gap in her front teeth. That happens with plenty of them. That's fine. She has a large jaw and her teeth, and it's just a gap. She is not missing any teeth. I will not stand for disparaging this poor lady. She's already got some random white man's ball in her lap. I don't know if she even knows this guy. I hope at least at the end of this he buys her a drink. Usually, she has at least a date before their balls are on her. One guy in the back room, play it as it lies. Wish that was my ball. If he chips too hard, she loses a kneecap. I'm just saying. If he chips it too hard, that's like serious. But again, I'd love a good wind up that hits her in the gut, so where she's like, ugh, and then you hit it real hard and you take out a knee thing, and it's really horrible, and people are like, oh my God, that's gross, that's wrong, what's wrong with you? Like, no, it's really funny because this whole thing is dumb. Because you could just open your legs, like we said, and let... How many times has she heard that one? And she's pregnant, says Lab Glass. He hit a home run, and he doesn't know her. It's just like every other guy's balls who are on her leg.
She's doing a very good job. Sitting very, very still. Mark Litton, chief referee.
Get in there. Get in there close enough to smell it. You know, the ball. Get in there.
I mean, to sort it all out. Seeing the funny side of it as well.
Would you like to pass him the ball as opposed to...
Oh, the lamest ending of all time. The lamest... You passed him the ball? I mean, open your legs and let him shoot. Out of context, that sounds really, really bad. Out of context, that sounds really, really bad. But, sign it and give it back to her. I mean, I don't know. Depends on if he wins this or not, I guess. Ha, he's got a pocket ball now, just like Aaron.
I don't think she wants to move. She's quite enjoying this.
You are now excused. Thank you. Yeah.
Lovely little cameo.
And you get one club relief area.
All right, now I don't care. I don't give a shit what happens from here. I was in it all for his ball landing on her lap. Where's her sugar daddy? He's right here. Oh, you can't see him because of the chat box. He's where is it? Boom. He's right here apparently. There's or maybe she's with this group. Or maybe it's just the two of them. Maybe they're just two big, beautiful black women who love golf. They enjoy those big old white balls. She want that baby leg. She gonna get that baby leg. Damn, that's tough grass to get out of. Alrighty, they're going to try and get that white privilege. Hey, man, good luck to him. That's a decent place to look. I don't know if you know this or not, but most of the people who play golf all the time kind of rich. Just saying. At the very least, they're independently stable, which now seems like for so many of the rest of us is just not something we have. All right, we are going down there. That's done. Again, thank you for that. He hit his ball off the lady. That would have been a better video. All right, so let's get in. We, again, are going till 5:30 because we're just going to trust that we're there. Thick brush in her lap. Someone did refer to it as hitting out of the rough. I feel like that was a very classy and underappreciated joke. Thank you very, very much. Love seeing all the people in here, especially this late in the show. Thank you so much for being here. Twitch, Rumble, YouTube, we're doing it all, and we're going till 5:30. So, this next one that we're going to be talking about here is, you know what? Actually, we're not going to be talking about it because I don't want to talk about UN officials in uproar about Israel and blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that. We're saying bye-bye to that. We might talk about that one just because it's fun. We'll talk about that one for sure, and we're going to get into that because that guy's weird as shit. So we'll do that for the last half hour. I'm sure that'll cover it. First off, Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro are trying to destroy each other by all reports, as apparently Candace Owens is in a war with words with her boss at the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, has reached a boiling point with the conservative commentators taking jabs at one another on social media on Wednesday. In recent weeks, Owens has drawn criticism from hard right voices over her comments regarding Israel-Hamas war. The Palestinian militant group Hamas, more than blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't care about the Israel-Hamas war. I'm trying to skip over that. Owens sparked a debate after posting a message on Twitter earlier this month that she opposed genocide. The Israeli military has faced immense criticism for its response to the Hamas attacks. The clip posted on X Tuesday showed Shapiro, who is Jewish, answering questions in front of a crowd. He described Owens' commentary on the Gaza conflict as disgraceful. Shapiro, the host of the podcast. Right. The question about Candace Owens, Shapiro said in the video posted, is, I think her behavior during this has been disgraceful without a doubt. Shapiro's answer was met with applause from the audience. Right, because a bunch of people watching Ben Shapiro, I'm sure they're not at all right-wing Jewish conservatives. At the very least, I'm sure they're not all people who agree implicitly with him, who will just, again, clap for what he says.
About Candace Owens. I think her behavior during this has been disgraceful. Without a doubt.
It's disgraceful. I think Israel and Hamas's behavior during this whole thing has been disgraceful. I think anyone who just goes die hard to one side or another is disgraceful because there are no good guys in this. But I will give you, as a Jewish person, I understand your affinity to Israel. I'm not going to hark you too hard for that one.
Yeah, she still works for my company. I think she's been absolutely disgraceful. I think that her faux sophistication on these particular issues has been ridiculous. It's not faux sophistication, it's ridiculous. Everybody can see the moves that she's making and the things that she's saying, and I find them disreputable.
All righty. So, but if you didn't know this, Ben Shapiro is losing his shit over all this, really going hard at it. So there is the clip there that he said on that. It's unclear which event Shapiro was speaking in the video clip, but as that continued, wait a minute, what? All right, I don't know. Tucker Carlson posted Candace Owens' response to Ben Shapiro. It looks like he maybe didn't know he was being recorded, as there was some sort of event was private. I got no clarity on the issue that he was particularly speaking of, and in what was said, I can't respond to it beyond what he's saying because it's just ad hominem attacks, says Candace. When Carlson asked Owens if she was able to contextualize the comments, there isn't much. Yeah, all right. So, Candace Owens went on Tucker Carlson. So I can't respond to it on any level of intellect because there's nothing there that he has expressed, at least in that short clip, that he fundamentally disagrees in terms of what I said, she continued. But I will say that I'm not going to respond with the same ad hominem attacks. I don't think it helps further the discussion. When asked if Shapiro had contacted her to apologize or explain, Owens told Carlson, "No, nothing. I haven't heard a single word. It's just sort of something that he said." Owens added that she and Shapiro have many disagreements, so I don't think that it's particularly something that's interesting. We disagreed on the COVID vaccine. We disagree on Ukraine and Russia. Virtually every stance has been the opposite of mine on every issue over the last 5 years, so I don't think that it's particularly remarkable. But they're going back and forth at each other. God, I can't read now. And it ended with Ben Shapiro, I think, tweeting this. Nope, I don't care about going to the Daily Wire. Candace, if you feel that taking money from the Daily Wire somehow comes between you and God, by all means, quit. Leave it to a Jew to go, if you don't like the money, I guess, what are you going to do? Is continuing the gift sub they got from, hey, thank you, Thorne. Continuing their gift sub from David Chandler. Let's ring a little cowbell for Thorne here. Thorne keeping that subscription alive. He didn't get his sound drop that he deserved, but he deserves a cowbell for one Thorne, everybody. Hey-o! Alrighty, so that's going to be a thing. All right, we're done with that. We're going to go over to this story. We can talk about the Vatican one if it becomes a thing. I don't know how many views I do on episodes. It's probably maybe like 100, maybe 200. Like when you add them all together on all the different platforms, people chime in for a bit, in and out, all of that. Oh, the chat box is still off. There we go. Back on. Anyhow, apparently, 418 subscribers. You're a much bigger person than me, but homeless people have internet shows and beefs. I mean, he's not homeless, but he looks homeless.
Well, some of you probably saw the couple's video and are like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
No, I don't know who Capples is. I'm not like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Who is Caffles? Some thoughts on the @Caffles video.
Whereas, I was thinking about how I should go about responding, whether I should do a react to a react or another funny skit.
So you're beefing with somebody nobody knows? Okay.
But after reading some of the comments, I was kind of like, what the fuck? I mean, like, most of it was just memeing, which is fine. It's whatever. I mean, Big Joel's uncle, American Bad Empanada. I mean, that's funny. But, like, I know some people were like, oh, he's seriously dangerous. He should be locked up. Based on what? A stupid video? Like, you go on about how awful tankies are and conservatives are, but you want to lock someone up over a shitty video. Good to know.
Now I'm actually kind of curious about the other video. This dude's other stuff, V. Blake Rose Provocateur. All right, 92 videos. What's the video on Kiefels? It's the one we were watching. So I don't. What's the video that you made that is so?
But he did it on the right, so I don't support him.
What?
Conservatives are, but you want to lock someone up over a shitty video. Good to know. Fucking secret tanky fascist fuck.
I might like him just because he seems interesting. He kind of seems like an earlier version of Aaron DeTires before he got under the porch. All right, stream sticker, slap the laugh thing, thank you. Kiefels is some weirdo commie, says EOD696. His curtains look like they go on a shower. Yeah, they do look like they go on a shower. That is actually a little worrisome. Sir, do you know the difference between a bath and a window? All right, let's see what this goes.
And I think there was one other comment where a guy was like, if he would have done this on terrorism for the left, I would support him, but he did it on the right, so I don't support him. And I'm kind of like, I mean, you don't even know the original cause that I was fighting for before I got derailed. I mean, yeah, I guess the shit on my beef with the chicks on the right, I guess literally nobody supports that. Like, nobody on the right, nobody on the left, literally nobody. But I'm literally a solo army there, an army of one.
You are a meth head from the looks of things, which makes me wonder how long all of this is going to last. I see that bike, I see this background, and I'm starting to wonder, is this even your house? Did you bust into somebody else's place? That would be hilarious. He's a meth head who breaks into people's homes to stream from their PC. Holy shit, somebody just pointing out, there isn't even a curtain rod. He stapled them up. I am concerned. I didn't... Fuck me, you're right. There's no curtain rod up there. There's no curtain rod up there.
Like, literally. Nobody will enter the comments and be like, yeah, we support that. Like, nobody.
What comments? You're not doing this live. You pre-recorded it. I hate people that talk about comments on pre-recorded stuff. Here's the thing with comments on pre-recorded shit. If you're going to do a comment on a video you recorded earlier, those comments don't matter too much because you can't change the video. You can't change face. You can't change your turn. You're not going to change their opinion. You're not going to change their mind. So comments on recorded stuff, you know what I do with them? I just like them and I move on. Or I don't pay attention to them. I need to be better about that, though, because if people comment on these videos, I got to be better about that. But ultimately, like, getting hung up on people commenting on, like, if someone comments on my show live, I'll deal with the comment. But other than that, if it's not, like, constructive or positive, I just don't even bother. I'm dead. I can't stop laughing at this guy. You can't stop laughing at this guy? For what? I'm trying to find out, what are people paying attention to him for? He doesn't seem particularly charismatic. He doesn't seem like it sounds like he's apparently a right-winger, which fine, I guess that's fine. All I know is that he's got a healthy amount of facial hair.
But like the original cause was police reform activism in Willis, Texas. I mean, the prosecutor in the closing arguments, he brought that up, how the chicks on the right wouldn't like go to bat for me, and I tried to like force their platform to do so, and yada yada, and so forth. I mean, like, if you don't support, police reform activism, what are you doing following Keffels? I mean, her big deal right now is kind of like suing the London, Ontario Police Department. I took on Willis PD because of my efforts in 2016.
What are we reading? You don't look, again, the beard, like, I get stroking your beard, things like that. I do it all the time. But this is starting to worry. This is starting to look a little bit woo. If you're looking for a good mattress for hiding your Hebrew gold, get a Helix mattress. Jesus Christ, Mr. Q. Mr. Q, I heard they are nice. I got a purple mattress and the frame for $7 and a frame for $1,000 7 years ago. Is that nice? I heard those are nice. The personal grooming aside, he has duct tape on the bike seat. He's wearing what appears to be a woman's shirt, and he has what looks to be a shower curtains draped over the wall of his apartment. Is that duct tape on the bicycle seat? It looks more like the bike seat is wearing off, or it has one of those weird gel backs. Like that looks like it might be intentional. I'm not sure about that. The duct tape part, I'll totally give you. The woman's shirt thing, I don't know about the woman's shirt thing.
They began wearing body cameras as a policy. So like that was early compared to like now. 2015, that was like very early on. And, getting, body cameras for rural.
Looks like a prison shirt. It does look like a prison shirt. Towels on the headrest. Yeah, no, those are towels on the headrest of the sofa. What's with the towels on the headrest of the sofa?
So, like, I saved lives. I mean, like, how can you not support that?
Again, buddy, and I mean, you've got more success than me, so, or maybe, I don't know. I guess I have to add 3 platforms together to wonder. It's close at the very least. How can you not support that? People don't need to support anything. People don't need to support this show. We're hoping they did today. It's going to be tight. But you can't just, how can you not support that? Don't get hung up on people who don't support you, man. Just do you.
I mean, I really have nothing else to say because, it's just a funny little video. I mean, yeah.
He has nothing else to say for the next 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 18 seconds. We have nothing to say for the next 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Take it away, buddy.
I made a shitty video and she made a hilarious response to it. That's kind of like whatever. But I don't know. It was this whole authoritarian mindset of, oh, this guy made a shitty video like years after he did a crime. So he needs.
What? So you did a crime? There's a crime part to this? Now I'm curious. Are those his hands? I would back out of this room slowly, but I would not turn my back on this guy. It'd be funny if those weren't his hands.
To be in prison now. Like, what the fuck? Yankee fascist fuck. Whatever.
I didn't mean to go forward.
video like years after he did a crime. So he needs to be in prison now. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, you kind of like outed yourself as like a crypto tanky fascist fuck. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't have an in group.
I missed the day where we called commies tankies.
All I can do. Me and my little 400 subscriber channel, I mean, I'll never get monetized. Don't give a fuck if I do.
Fuck yeah.
It's like, I'm going from skin to skeleton, you know. My donation links never get donated to.
You do look like a skeleton. I have to admit, dude, I get the, like, this is comfortable. You feel strong. You feel, it's never a good pose, especially in a talking format. But when you have the arms of, again, a homeless meth head, it's not helping.
I'm so dangerous that I'm going to shrink from like 126 to like 85 pounds soon because nobody's donating. I'm going to die. So.
Well, now I feel bad.
Yeah. So cool. I mean, you'll kind of just to be doing me a favor because I guess the nurses at the prison would just like give me protein shakes for her like.
So wait a minute. Are you trauma dumping on this? Is the crime his hairstyle, says Thorne. The nurses were giving you protein shakes. Spoiler alert, the nurses were other inmates. Saying the nurses were giving you protein shakes really does not sound good. I don't know if you've done this a lot, but maybe think some of these things through.
Like my medication time or whatever the fuck. On top of my 3 squares. I mean, so I guess thank you. But the intent behind it wasn't like a genuine concern. It was like, well, I guess genuine concern, but like in an anti-freedom.
The intent behind it wasn't genuine concern, but it was like, well, I guess genuine concern, but an anti-freedom. Okay, what are we arguing about? I can't believe you have 400 subscribers. I'm busting my balls, and I don't even know if I have that many. At least I have a very supportive audience because they're super awesome.
Authoritarian framework. That's cool. Liberals are going to be liberal. Well, fuck off, everybody.
Shit. Close this video. Where's it at? This guy, where's his thing? I am not going to subscribe, but if I look at community, is there a way to, I don't know. Where are your links to donate to, buddy? Home. Let's try home. Home is all this stuff. All right. I can't do this now live. I was going to like throw you $5 because I used your video and it was entertaining. Ghost hunting soon. Shorts video. I don't even want to know what this is. TikTok cringe / FYP. Okay. Yeah, all right. I was going to donate to your thingies, but I can't find them. So I'm not that determined. Support Johnny or he will starve in prison. I mean, I wouldn't starve in prison. I got a plump butt. I'm sure I'd get, like pimped out or something. I'd do all right. He seems hella sus. He does seem sus, but like I said, that video was mildly entertaining, and I like that he signed off with just, fuck you. I was like, all right, well, cool. I was willing to throw him some money for that. I was willing to do him that kindness. But at any rate, we've got some content left for tomorrow. Let's double check the Twitch thing and see if it says where we're at today. You know what? It says 19, so I imagine we'll get closer to 25. We might even have 5 off tomorrow. Hooray. And that day of money will go bye-bye soon. I remember. Anyways, can we raid today? Yes, we can raid today. I assume we're raiding Lemmy. I forgot to raid her yesterday. I will raid Little Lemmy. /raid. That's a good whole lot of meth. Lemmi. I remembered. Boom. The raid has been created. Little Lemmy. Yep, and it's got her icon on there. I know I got the right one this time. So everybody that's heading over to there, join Little Lemmy. Have fun with her. Tell her I say hello. I got some stuff to do hanging out with my kid, and then I got to do my own raiding and game stuff later tonight. So I've got to go. You all have a great time. See ya. And let's raid that out, and then I'm going to sign off. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. We'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Game over. What the fuck? Fuck! Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking! How did you do fucking fucks? Fuck! Game over, man. Game over.
Oh, we're all blown to bits. Mind if I pull the underwear out of my crack?
Try to relax your anus.